Where's the paperwork? Ain't no paperwork.
Says excellent connection, but we're still waiting. So let's give
Excellent connection, but we still waiting. Brian,
hey, we live. We good?
It's on my screen now. Yeah.
All right, let's get it, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast.
Whoa, hold up. My bad, John.
It has been a while since I've seen you guys. Just quickly, Bosco, Jay, Leba, VJ, Rocky, Jones, everything pro wrestling, JCSJ, Hulk Hogan, Real American, Alex. What's good? What's good, guys? Hope everybody's doing well, man. Appreciate y'all popping out. You feel what I'm saying? I got some amazing creators here by my side today. Appreciate you guys. Steve-O, what's the word? We got Kenny Bomb, Pro Wrestling Shoot, Nathan, Gary, Lex, Express here, or No Holds Lex. My apologies. Had to give you a little throwback, my boy. But yeah, man, what's up, everybody? Go on ahead, Nathan. Recently started this year creating content, man. Been in the MyFaction atmosphere. I thought this would be a great person to come in here and touch on, MyFaction and what he likes about the mode, what he doesn't like, what can improve and whatnot. But nonetheless, we'll get into that later. Nathan, tell them where they can find you at, man.
Yeah, just check out my channel, MyFaction Reaction on YouTube. We got a fun theme song when the videos start. But yeah, it's just content about MyFaction, whether it's how to grind MFP, live events, just editorial topics and how they can make the game better and fix the problems. So
love it. Love it. Gary, going ahead, man. You've taken the retro thing, made it your thing. Let the people know where they can find you, man.
Yeah, I have potentially the worst named YouTube channel in all time because Virtual Pro Wrestling is in fact a real game. But if you look at Virtual Pro Wrestling WWE on YouTube, you'll come up with my channel. We play a lot of retro WWE games, all wrestling games, and covering also the current stuff as well.
I do got to give you props though, because I looked up your name and it came right up. So you own Virtual Pro Wrestling now.
Hell yeah, YouTube knows me.
Trademark.
Take that, Jeff Jarrett.
All right, and Kenny, what's going on, man? My boy, covering MyFaction every single day. Tell us about where they can find you, man. I'm sure everybody in here knows where they can find you, but go on ahead, let us know, man.
Yeah, man. It's Kenny Bomb on YouTube. I just launched a new channel. I see I got 80 people subscribed to it, and this is the first time I'm announcing it. It's Kenny Bomb Live. If you can find it, subscribe. Stuff coming soon. But yeah, big shouts out to you.
Wow, are you gonna be live there?
We'll see, Lex. I'm trying to figure it out. People found it before I expected them to, so we'll see.
All right,
dope. And Jesse, I mean, bro, you got the weekly podcast going on. That's something that does not miss on your channel. We see it every, I believe, Tuesday 8:00, correct?
You missed it this week. I try, man. Like lately for the last couple of months, it's literally the only access I've had to this studio. What you see right here is kind of my background and what I have going on in here, but my daughter actually works full time in this room too, that on the side that you can't see, you know what I mean? So now I have full access back to the studio, so I'm able to create some content and hopefully not miss the podcast next week.
That's what's up. And Lex, going ahead, man, my boy over there with the LWF, all that stuff going on. I see you brought it back, so we're definitely going to touch on that later, man. Let them know where they can find you.
No Holds Lex, Twitter, YouTube. That's about it.
That's what up, man. Love to see it, bro. Well, I'm glad you guys came here to join me here today. Obviously, I feel like Nathan he's doing the whole MyFaction thing, Gary doing the whole retro thing, Kenny doing a news thing, Pro Wrestling Shoot, news thing. Lex, you kind of in a mix of everything, right? So I think one of the bigger issues this year with the game at the very beginning that people were complaining about were servers. And I've heard different things thus far that servers have improved and they're much better. And I believe it because I have
they're good now. I've actually been playing online lately. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's good to hear. So so do you feel like do you guys feel like, those that play online, do you guys feel like that's an issue that has been fixed to the point where now they can put their focus into something else? Like, can they go into next year and use, if these servers were the exact same right at this moment next year, do you guys feel that we would have a good online experience going into the next year?
Who wants to go first? I don't know.
Go
Let's
ahead,
start with
Lex.
Lex is pretty much
Yeah,
live
you got
every
the
day.
online league. You got the online
Man,
league. boy.
I gotta be honest with you. If they come back next year with the same exact servers, we're in trouble. Because the creation element just doesn't really work the way it should. Offline, we know that for a fact, but online is just as bad, if not worse, because it causes disconnects and all sorts of issues when there's just too much going on. It's like the game gets fried. And then if you look at the island, come on, the frames per second when you're running across, it skips. I know the matches have been a lot better, but I've also heard from people in my comment section when I'm praising the live and the multiplayer element, people are still telling me that they're having issues with MyFaction online. So I don't know how true that is, because I immediately stopped playing MyFaction online. Once I saw the way that operates, I'm like, no, this ain't for me. But
is there not a thing that, like, if you play online with a custom character, like their face texture doesn't load or something?
Well, I heard that was a thing at the beginning, but I don't know now.
Is that not a thing anymore?
I wish I could answer that, but I turn off created content. I don't even
Got
allow
you,
it.
got
in
you.
Raptors, so I don't even know, honestly.
That's so. I was, like I said, I've been playing the last few weeks online. The creation content's been working fine for us.
Yeah?
And we're running like 6-man, all sorts of stuff. Yeah,
Really?
So, yeah. I've been using like alternate attires for Penta, Malachi Black, and it's all, and those are actually mods. So
Really,
whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
wow. I don't know. I guess those stability improvements are working because
Oh no, they said stability. I've determined they are what cooked the game.
stability and general improvements.
That's what's cooking the game now.
I mean, we haven't gotten a full report of what they've actually done to the server, but for whatever reason, it is working a lot better. Like you said, with created content, and for me, without, I was using just created arenas, and I was having issues with certain people getting in there. You know, that's why I stopped using it. So now that you're saying that it's back with creations, I mean, that's cool. I like
even the create arenas, what was it, the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla arenas? What are those modded arenas that were on community creation?
They work online too?
Yeah, I was running those the other day.
Get out of here. For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So I guess they have.
You might want to get me back on that game, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I guess they have been improving though, because at the beginning of the year, me and Brian did like a 12-hour stream, and the online was just cooked. Like we couldn't even kick out pins. Like the pin meters weren't popping up.
You probably can't even compare the server experience from now to then. Honestly, the way that
they've been making them better throughout the year. So
I didn't even know they were good until somebody had told me in my Discord server, and then I was like, all right, well, let's run some matches. You know what I mean? And then because I stayed away from online, like I just figured it was just like every other 2K game. All right, we're cooked, you know. So moving on. But no, they're actually pretty good. I've been playing with our community, and everything's running pretty good.
That's great to hear. MJB, appreciate you, my boy, for that donation, man. $10, $9.99. Shout out to the panel and chat, the real day ones. They the twos and we the ones. They need to bring legitimacy back to the games. Hashtag welcome back, AJ. Hey, man. Appreciate that super chat, bro. Thank you very much for that, man. But yeah, so Nathan, you play MyFaction. Do you play online? Do you dabble in that?
So I've just jumped into ranked. That's there's cards exclusive to the ranked when you level up there, as well as MFP and tokens. So I try to get that. The rank's been kind of a mess this season, honestly. They do 4 2-week sections for the ranked. A lot of it's been so besides a bad frame rate, which has been traditionally they've been infested with glitches. Part of the season, you could beat people by locking them out of the ring with the sit-up glitch. Just like they had a hammer glitch in the second part of the season where people were just able to get you to wait and repeat it, and you couldn't break out of that cycle too. So playing online, it's not fun.
Wow.
Let me just put it that way. Maybe it works kind of, but if you're looking to and it just takes the fun out of it.
Yes.
But beyond that, it still runs very slow. Feels like you're playing 30 frames per second.
Okay.
When you're playing it, or less sometimes when you're playing it. Like, especially for a game with timing, where you got to do reversals and kick out of pins. I've been on stream and couldn't kick out of the pin because it skipped the frames for me to kick out of that pin.
Gotcha.
So
And that's on MyFaction live or
feeling on the online with MyFaction at the moment.
okay.
That's how I remember it being. It was definitely a little bit smoother for me then, but again, things could mess up or whatever. What's going on with MyFaction? Gary, do you play online by any chance? I know you're really into the retro stuff, but
I'm more of a local co-op kind of guy. So like, you know, whenever PLEs are on, me and the boys come up and we play, you know, whatever random matches we can think of. So I can talk about the local co-op experience, but online, not so much.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, we're gonna dabble in the gameplay later. So I just want to go ahead and talk about online because that was something. Kenny, you haven't played online since we played.
That's what I'm not doing. But I'm gonna say this: I would be more open to playing online with viewers, not these randos who cheat. If they had crossplay, I think that really hurts when it comes to live stream because you got a lot of people saying, "I'm on PlayStation. I'm on PlayStation." Well, I'm on Xbox.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's nothing we can do with that. So hopefully next year we get crossplay, and I think that'll open up a lot more opportunities and fun online.
Yeah, I agree with you on the crossplay. That's something that I think we definitely need with a lot of games.
Is
now
it in
carrying
2K
it, even
or
in their
NBA?
own thing? Yeah, man, it's on
in
NBA,
NBA,
it's on EA,
crossplay?
Madden, NFL. It's basically I even think they got crossplay in PGA golf. I think if I'm not mistaken, like it's in everywhere.
PGA
dog.
golf has it.
Is this the first year that they've had crossplay for NBA?
Nah, they've had crossplay for the past. I believe this is the third year with crossplay.
What the hell?
They've proven with community creations that they can do it, so I don't know why they aren't.
Yeah, true.
Money.
Crossplay is definitely needed. Appreciate that $2 super chat, my boy. Yes, I believe it is. I believe it is needed. For sure. I think it's something that at this point, bro, especially with the online experience of the island and all that, for it to be enhanced and it to feel, you know, like there's just a lot more going on. And again, I want to talk about that later because that's something that I feel has been big for 2K in terms of the marketing budget, everything, bro. I mean, they make commercials for this thing and play it during WWE television, so it's obviously something that they care about a lot. So definitely want to talk about that.
But one more question I got. I'm sorry. One more question I got regarding crossplay. Would y'all be okay with them doing crossplay for just like current gen Xbox and PlayStation, and then doing like Switch, PC, and last gen consoles together? Well, I guess Switch 2 would have to be with the current gen.
So here's the way that I've seen it work, and I see it work with Madden this way. Whenever 2K, whenever like the next gen version of WWE should be able to match with somebody on Xbox or PlayStation. Madden is the same way. Like I'll be playing online and I'll see a PC icon. Now the only thing with WWE, right, is it's easier to manipulate the game than per se a Madden because you can glitch movesets, do different things on PC that you can use on people online on somebody that don't have the ability to do stuff like that. So I guess it's really how you look at it. And I think it would have to be heavily monitored if you were to have a PC player versus an Xbox or PlayStation player.
I didn't really like what they did with the island on PC though. So I think personally I would probably lump PS5, Xbox, and PC together.
I think that may be why they didn't put the island on PC. If the island was on PC, it would be crazy. Can y'all imagine the mods and different things people would have put in there?
I would be honest, bro. I think it's very clear why I didn't make it to PC. They didn't want these modders taking out they damn Nike sneakers and putting them on community creation. They didn't want that, man. And again, bro, like me and Jesse spoke about this, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. I mean, like people complain about the island and stuff like that. Granted, it's not the greatest mode, but if you still complaining about it, bro, modders did it to themselves. If I'm being completely honest. You feel what I'm saying? You bringing out pieces and stuff out of the game that are not supposed to be there. I don't really see why 2K wouldn't do what they did. And again, I'm not somebody that stands and hold 2K's hand all the time. If you guys watch my content, you know the type of person I am. But just being completely honest from that perspective, bro, you did it to yourself. That's just my 2 cents when I look at it. So that's my 2 cents. Do you guys have a rebuttal to that, or do you guys agree?
I can't argue with that argument, to be honest. 2K obviously look at it and go, well, PC guys just hack. You know, the most of their enjoyment from the game year on year comes from the fact that the lifespan of the game is extended by mods. So I can totally understand like the business sense of not putting the island on PC.
Exactly, and again, I'm not even going at the modders because again, bro, I play with the mods, so I'm into that type of stuff where I get my gaming PC. I got a gaming PC. I don't got nothing on but WWE 2K, and I just play with the mods. But again, it's more than just sometimes the mods. There's people that are not there to do mods. They there to leak the files and whatnot. I mean, we've seen it all year long. You know what I mean? So again, it's two different types of people that are on PC. I want to make that clear. So I'm not trying to go on ahead and get that. So but with all of that being said, how do you guys like WWE 2K25 thus far? Like this summer, right? Do you guys feel that the game is dead? That's like the general kind of consensus at the moment, where I see people complaining about the game, the issues and whatnot. Jesse, I'm gonna start with you, bro. You do the podcast, you talk about 2K26. You're talking about 2K26 already, which is something that you usually do for the wish list and all that stuff. Do you feel that this game is dead? Do you feel they got to do something? How you feel, bro? You've been heavily vocal this year, vocal than most years. So I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say the game is dead. I'm still getting on it every day to play MyFaction, but I think the future of this franchise is dead for sure. Like I think the future of the franchise is dead when it comes to gameplay and all the good stuff.
Give me your context with that.
Yeah, no, you got to give context because the game has gotten better every year. So you got to give us more.
Here's my thing. Sorry,
WWE 2K
executive.
No,
hold on.
I'm not. But he's saying
I'm trolling.
It's like when somebody comments and says, "Oh, the game is bad." Well, what makes it bad? Why is it dead? That's what I.
Why are you watching a video about it and leaving the content?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's my thing, man. I think this game died back in 2K22 as soon as they added MyFaction. Like the rest of the gameplay went out the window, and here's why: they don't focus on anything else as much as they should, because now we got MyFaction and the island. So imagine how much stuff is going to be put into the island next year.
Yeah. It's like a sandwich for the money.
I don't know. It's just my opinion, man. Like I'm a gameplay over everything guy. You know what I mean? And this game has been hurting since the SmackDown versus Raw series. I'm going to go on and say it. Like it's like ever since that went away, we've lost things, and we're just getting slow drip fed content each and every year. We're getting like, I was just playing Here Comes the Pain before we got on here. Did you know that you can climb the damn barricades in Here Comes the Pain? That's wild. We just got that back in 2K25, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out here.
Yeah.
It took that many years to bring back climbing up the barricades. Thank you, AEW Fight Forever. I'm going to go on and say that. But it is what it is, man. There's a lot of things that are missing from the gameplay aspect of things. You know what I mean? We're still locking up to grapple in this game.
100%.
So you don't think you should lock up to grapple? That's interesting.
No, hell no.
Oh,
you think that they should just grab and do the move?
Yeah. They did it in 2K20.
I've been playing a lot
more.
Yeah, I like the grapple a lot more.
I like the lockup. It's classic to me. This classic wrestling game. I mean, even in Attitude. I mean, like WWF Attitude, they would do the funky grapple. It's just what I'm used to.
So, and Here Comes the Pain, and also the very first SmackDown versus Raw. You would lock, if you were gonna do the lockup, you would do animations leading into that to where it actually looked realistic. But locking up and then hitting a move. Tell me when you see that shit on wrestling, bro. Like go on. Like you don't see that. You don't see him lock up and then hit a suplex every single time. You don't see him lock up and then a body slam. They're just gonna go up and grab and do a body slam, bro.
I would have to see how they would pull it off to see if I would like it or not.
Because when's the last time you played any retro games?
Me? Oh, it's been a long time. I told you, I was just telling y'all I want to play WrestleMania 19 on GameCube, but it's been a long time.
Okay,
dude, I've been playing Day of Reckoning, and that game has like the perfect grappling system. Like, so you press A and it does quick grapples, which is what you're talking about. But then you hold A and you do your normal grapples, strong grapples. I think if 2K was developed that would be awesome.
The only thing I hated about Day of Reckoning's grapple system was like if you have somebody up in the let's say a suplex and somebody come punches you, then everything just falls apart. I didn't like that type of collision.
Well, so here we are too in 2K25, and this is for Lex, you know, saying that the game gets better every year. Bro, how long has it been since we've been able to stack tables?
I get that, bro, but all right, I think the core of the core issue here is that the people, I don't know the whole roster. You guys probably know more of the people that are working on this game better than I do. So I'm talking out of my ass for this part, but I just feel that when they took over for 2K22, whoever they have building the game just don't don't build it like the people that did back then. You get me? Like
That's
the people from
2K20.
Ukes. Yeah. So, well,
2K20.
2K20 is when it kind of started because they lost Ukes and it became a hot mess. Then they took a year off, whatever. But I think that it stems with the people working on the game. I just don't feel like that is even in their ballpark of possibilities. And that's why I do agree with you on that part for gameplay. I think we are reaching the peak of what they're capable of doing in terms of what we've seen, up until this point. But I feel
brother, they got Brian Williams working on these games. I know damn well he knows how to put on some stacking tables.
He does, but that's like one guy. What other veterans are working on this game?
Pull Corey Ledesma back in here, right?
So the other veterans, there's actually about 4 of them, 4 major veterans that are on there.
That are back.
The guy that is working on Universe right now, Cristo, he's been working on them since the SmackDown versus Raw games. He's the originator of the
Universe. And I've always
somebody said that's why it's the same.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I've always hated Universe mode. So you're talking to the wrong
guy.
Me too.
I'm with you, Lex. Somebody's finally with me.
Yeah, I'm always hated Universe mode. Like, hate is a strong word, but I'm not a Universe guy.
I just don't care for it. It's just not for me.
Nah. So
God, am I the odd one out for actually liking Universe mode?
No.
No,
I like Universe mode. Jesse does.
Listen, I like the concept of Universe mode.
Me
but
too,
I'm kind of on the fence. But I'm
It
kind of on the
hasn't been
fence with
same.
Lex and Kenny. Like, it's not like something that I'm gonna play all year. I hear people saying, "Yo, I buy this game for Universe mode and I'll play this." That's it. That's all I play is Universe.
I'm like,
I don't understand how they do it, but
I would like it a lot better if Jesse, you could put the Universe mode together and send it to me, and I'll play your Universe. I just don't want to sit there and put all the pieces together and make it my Universe.
So basically,
you want story design.
Yeah, story mode something like that where it was
preset,
just like what was that 2008 SmackDown versus Raw, where they had the calendar where you just played through the matches and stuff. I just rather do it like that. Turn my brain off and just let me play.
I wouldn't say that. I want to say that. I think story designer would be the best bet, bro, because you're going to have people in this community that are creative enough to create stories the way that they should be and fun, bro. Like, I'm honestly tired of talking about story designer simply because, bro, like, I just don't think it's happening at least this upcoming year. And if it does, probably in another
I think it's coming.
So it's not.
I think it's coming.
You think it's coming this upcoming year?
I think it's coming this year, and it's going to be bare bones.
Oh, y'all said that about the island, and y'all were right.
Exactly
Y'all
what I was
going to
say.
This bare bones stuff. Let's expect excellence when these things are introduced.
I'm just saying.
You ever seen 2K?
Bro, but the thing is, the thing is, it's not even about expecting excellence. I feel like that's been their whole approach with dropping new modes. Like the island, all right, we dropped it. All right, this is version 1. Now we're going to drop version 2. So it's kind of one of those things, man, where I've said it in my videos. I personally wish that they held the island for at least another year, because the main reason why I was excited to play the island was to play with people and to play with, my friends and be able to collab with other creators and do different things. And we're not able to do that this year. So that's the reason why, for me, I was excited about it. And I felt that if they maybe took an extra year to bring those additions back, because, bro, to me, first impression is everything. Like, I don't know how the company views it or how the marketing team views it. I really don't know. But that's the way that I've always looked at things. So you've already shown off, all right, this mode has potential, but it's not really that good. The storylines, they're cool. I appreciate what they're doing with the island and bringing more content, but it's not really amazing. I mean, you got these cutscenes that look out of 2K20, and that's just really what it is.
I think let's get Lex's opinion on how he feels about the game this year, because the island, I think, is a big conversation.
Okay, you're right, bro.
Man, what you doing, man?
You're right, bro.
Let's get.
He got excited. He got excited.
It's a lot to get into on the island, so I just want to make sure everybody gets it off.
No, you're right.
Kenny backseat hosting. I like it.
Yeah, Mr. Ring, man. I got to keep Brian in line a lot.
Kenny got to hold me together, dog.
Kenny at the top of the screen now. Come on.
Nah, this is Brian show. Sometimes you got to reel him in. Lex, how do you feel about?
Nah, Kenny got to reel me back
in. Yeah, the one thing that
Then we went from 2K to
we went all over the place.
The island, Jesus Christ. Nah, yeah, man. How do you feel about
I
it,
did
man?
want to mention earlier, before we completely go away from it, if you noticed, NBA 2K, they don't have crossplay with PC. Like 2K doesn't do the crossplay with PC. I know EA does.
I don't think the
No,
city's on there.
there it isn't. It's PlayStation and Xbox only. So you could do the series and the PS5, but that's it. They don't mess with PC. So
That
I
makes
don't think
sense.
that's ever gonna come to WWE either because they don't do it with their big money maker in NBA. Why would
That
they do
makes
it with
sense.
WWE that everyone mods it like beyond our imagination? You get me?
It's a fair point.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
I don't see. I just wanted to add that for our first conversation, but for the game itself, man, which is what I was kind of trying to get into. I feel like we haven't gotten major improvements every year, and that's just a fact. We haven't gotten huge shifts in the game like what we used to see with the SVR series that they used to implement, these bigger changes, and like it was like a focal point for the game. It wasn't just like, oh, here's the island, and they really thought that was going to hit home, and obviously we saw what it was. But I think that this game unfortunately just has way too much fat going on. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to throw in so much, like, oh, you could jump into my GM and you could take my GM online now, and you could do the island and you could do MyRise, and it's all these things that in theory, like you said, universe mode sounds great. It does. I think the idea of when people comment to me and they tell me what they do with their universe and their imagination, I'm like, I would love to see it that way. But when I get in there and I have more fun putting it together, and when it's time to play, I'm like, there's not enough cutscenes, there's not enough this, that. Like I start labeling all the things that make it boring for me, and it completely takes me out of the experience. So I feel like when you look at Here Comes the Pain and all those classics, which I've gone back to play some of them. I was playing Shut Your Mouth not long ago, WWF Attitude, that didn't even have a whole lot, but I loved it growing up. Those games were just like they had a legit focus on gameplay and something that was like gonna drive the game home. If it was the exhibition mode that they had stories and cutscenes pop up randomly, or the season mode that was very detailed with all the variety of characters that you could play there, the whole roster really. So to me, this game is missing that, driving home like an actual all in-depth game mode versus spreading all these resources into the money hungry cash grabbing crap that we've seen. So I feel kind of bad actually, and I've said this before, but I'm actually one of those guys coming from sports that love the fantasy team building because I like grinding that. But I feel like MyFaction has been, and I feel bad for whoever works on it because I'm sure someone's going to see this at some point. I think it's the worst fantasy card collecting mode across any sports game that I've ever played. And I played Madden from the start when they did the Ultimate Team. I played MLB. I've even tried the FIFA and the hockey ones. Like I've tried all of them.
You think it's the worst?
Worst, even comparing it to the first time NBA 2K came out with my team. Yes, it's the worst. It's really that bad.
Tell us how you really feel.
I'm crazy. It's crazy.
Hey, Brian, let me ask you a question real quick about the MyFaction before he goes away from it.
No, go ahead.
Do you truly have fun playing MyFaction? Like have fun? Or is it just like, hey, this is something to do. I'm grinding to unlock this. I want to rank up. But when you're playing these matches, these lame ass matches that they put in this game, are you truly having fun with these? Like, hey, let's put a bronze card in a casket match and have you sit here and play this crap for an hour.
I know what
you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah, no, 100%. Yo, MJB, appreciate you for the second super chat, $4.99. Seems like 2K is throwing things at a game to see what sticks, but who honestly thought anything would stick? NBA has been with 2K since 03-04. Appreciate the super chat, my boy. But it does seem like they're throwing things for sure. So here's my thing with MyFaction. I'll be completely honest, bro. I haven't played that mode since late May. And the reason why is because, and we talked about it, is the packs and everything. Like, and we'll go in deeper, but there's a lot of stuff that's wrong with the concept of MyFaction. And I feel like, I don't want to take credit for this, but I feel to some capacity they probably watched one of my videos complaining about the fact I got to play the matches 10 times before getting a reward. Yeah, that's all fault. I get, bro. You ruined it, or you was complaining, and I've gotten comments like that because they.
I'm not gonna lie, I blamed you in the video
because, bro.
I said Brian went on camera saying we don't want these. Now they're gone.
Anyway, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. The reason why I thought it was BS to play a match 10 times, especially those annoying matches with gold cards that you gotta beat. Like, bro, they used to have these challenges of win a fatal 4-way match, and you gotta win it 10 times sometimes to get the total reward. Like, why not make me get the actual reward, and then if I want to keep playing, let me keep playing and gain those rewards as I go. Like, what's the hurt in that?
All
I was
right,
tired of
so
playing the
I'm gonna
match 10
I'm
times,
sorry,
bro.
Lex. I'm gonna take it from here because I feel like this is the perfect place for me to tell y'all what I think about the game this year.
Go ahead,
So
go ahead.
so my problem with these games year after
Sorry,
year,
Lex.
22, 23,
Nah, it's all
24,
good.
I felt like I always came to these games for MyRise, and it was not good. It was never good. I'm like, okay, after I finish MyRise, what do I do now? Like, I have nothing else to do. Don't like universe mode. Don't care about my GM. My brothers don't live here no more, so I'm not just playing matches. And I think it was 23. I was on Match Channel, and he was telling me about MyFaction, and he played through towers. I was like, all right, you know what? Interesting. Last year, Brian, I asked you to show me how to use the mode, so I kind of, dabbled into it, but I didn't really engage with it. But this year I played it for the first time. This is the longest I have played a WWE game in years. I think MyFaction is the best mode in the game. I'm sorry, there's a lot of predatory stuff in there. Trust me, there's a lot of bad stuff with the way they make you pay so much to get these cards to actually be able to play the live events. But Jesse, you're complaining about the matches. I love them. Put me against the weakest card against the strongest match. I'll sit there for hours until I beat it because I like a challenge. I like to play the Dark Souls games and stuff. So that's what I get from this mode.
CHEEKS.
I like to collect the cards. I'm trying to get my card level all the way up. But the problem is I'm not paying for those packs to open them. Now, Nathan, that's why I'm amazed that I look at his streams. He's got over 1 million MyFaction points. I'm like, bro, how are you doing this? Because I'm not sitting there. I'm not doing the grind, just the repetitive thing back to back to back, because I don't have a long time to play these games every day. So for me, it's like, okay, you want it, buy it. So that's
Kenny,
the bad part about
I'm
it.
just gonna let you know right now, bro. If we start getting all these casket matches, you just blame Brian for not getting enough content. I start getting all these casket matches.
I'm blaming, buddy.
I'm pulling this shit up and I'm sending it to somebody, dude.
And Brian complained about the getting like 10 like
yeah, see, I didn't mind that.
The thing is, bro, I ain't complaining about
so I didn't have to spend the money because they were giving me the packs. Now we get like three sets of MyFaction points for beating it, and that's it. And they're like, "You want them? Well, thank Brian. You got to go buy them now." So,
I promise you, Brian's video is not what put that off.
But it was immediate after Brian said that they took him out. Like, it was after that Undertaker event.
I'm sure they probably saw it and they were probably considering it or something. I'm sure somebody probably saw it. The point is, bro, that wasn't my intentions. The point is let me gain the damn reward, and if I want to continue playing, I'll continue playing. But don't make me sit
our way
here
up to that reward. Now, nothing.
Bro, playing the same match over and over again was forced content, bro. I will stand on that. That is forced content. Basically, you're just saying, here, put these hours in so we can put them as a statistic or something and just play them, bro. Like, it would take me 2-3 hours sometimes, bro, playing the same match over and over.
That's fine,
and
bro.
over
It's something to do in the game.
Fun. I'm sorry.
It's something to do.
Yeah,
I find it
you're
fun,
looking at it,
especially if the match is hard. Like, I think
bro,
about the Charlotte and Stephanie Vaquer. I don't think there was a lot of rewards in that one, but it was hard, and I like.
There were 4 rewards.
That, bro, that is not fun. That's just that's repeated content. But you know what, Kenny? I'm gonna take the mic away from you this time. Nathan, you going ahead and let me know, man. You're somebody whose channel is almost dedicated to MyFaction. Talk to me, man. How do you feel about the game? And talk to me a little bit about MyFaction, because since everybody's opinion is real strong on this mode, after we get Gary's opinion, we're going straight into MyFaction. So Nathan, go on ahead and let me know, man.
All right, so let's talk about MyFaction for a second. I do agree with Kenny. This is the best mode in the game. And I think part of that is because it constantly gives us new content to do. There is constantly new challenges. And to Kenny's point, there is harder matches to do. And I think that Charlotte Steph Vaquer match is a great answer. Now, I think there's bad challenges. Don't get me wrong. I think these casket matches are broken. It has nothing to do with the matches itself. It's like trying to get them. They need to fix actually putting the person into the casket, or have some sort of super finisher that just allows you to win the match. If you have like,
they love the casket matches, bro.
Yeah, ambulance matches. Those seem to be where the biggest spikes in difficulty for people come in. I played that Dominic Finn match for 6 hours and I couldn't get it until I switched to YouTube and found a new tapping method. on how to tap my button faster, and took it off hold to do it before I finally beat that match. So I do think there now the mode itself is predatory. I don't suggest anybody spend money on it. It's one of those things where I think as much as my videos that do card pack openings do really well, I don't think it's the best way. It's loot boxes. It's loot boxes. I did a video on what they need to do in MyFaction. One of the biggest pieces I took away was do a battle pass, have progression that you know what you're getting, so that you have like, hey, if I invest this much time into this mode, I will unlock these cards as I go. And you switch it out every month or every 2 weeks. And you can earn currency for the next battle pass, just like every other battle pass that they do, and get away from random card openings and loot boxes, and just make a defined, clear path of how to progress and gain stuff in the games, and take the chance out of it.
Do you feel like you open a lot of packs, Nathan? I see this comment from RPG Fanatic. How do you feel about the pool rates in the game? And I got a question, Nathan. I don't mean to be in your business,
go ahead.
But are you spending real money, or are you
Grind.
doing MyFaction? Are you opening it with MyFaction?
All
points?
with MyFaction points. I grind the MyFaction points. I've got videos on how to grind the points on my channel. We're constantly updating it with like the newest way to do it, and you're basically playing the same match over and over again to grind the points out. I do it while I'm watching TV, so it's so robotic I don't even pay attention anymore. But I'll get like enough for like I literally could have opened 220 packs last time I opened cards. So and opened them. But even then I opened up 220 packs. There were 10 total cards. I pulled 9 out of the 10, and the one I'm missing is for the current live event. So, and I blew almost
so you've been pulling what you need most of the time.
Most of the time I get what I need. It's the pull rates are still low, but like I said, we just need to get away from pull rates in general. And I think that's what it like, take the chance out of it, have a defined battle pass, like that, you know what you're getting as you progress. You provide more content, you then know, hey, I'm going to play World Tour, and World Tour is another subject that we got to get into. But you play World Tour, you play Faction Wars. Faction Wars is the roguelite mode. You add a little more depth to that, and you take away this gatekeeping of having tickets for it, and you just let people play it. You let just create content that people can play that they want to come back to. It's similar with the island. Like if you get the island done and you finish, like I'm to the end of chapter 4, there's nothing for me to do on it now. Like they just need to have.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I go back to like Fallout 4, and as much as it was bad, I think in Fallout 4 they always had randomly generated quests, and have something where they randomly generate stuff for you to do and matches for you to do with different characters, even if it's just like content.
Yeah. Right. You're right. Yeah. I think they should put something, just even if it's random roulette in there, because it's just like dead after you finish everything. See you next season. All right.
I honestly,
that's the thing.
I honestly don't feel like the poll rates are that bad in MyFaction at all. But
you're somebody that plays too and open packs.
I rip packs all the time. I mean, I'm not grinding them out either, though. I'm
you buying them, Jesse?
I'm spending money.
Jesse's the problem, man.
Listen, man. Listen.
Jesse's what we consider
listen,
a win.
man. Listen. All right. Like it is what it is, but the option's there. Don't buy it if you don't want it. I ain't the only one ripping those.
No,
but
no, 100%, bro. I was ripping crazy.
Yo, when you buy a 20 box though, the odds are not bad in my opinion. I usually pull about 9 out of the 10 most of the time.
That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. I mean, Kenny, know, bro. When I'm
I know.
Discord, I was ripping packs just randomly, bro. Just
I know it.
Just cause. But Gary, man, let us know, man. How do you feel about the game so far? You seem like you a gameplay guy, right? You
yeah.
So go ahead, bro.
I mean, I can talk about MyFaction, and I have put some time into it. So
let's do it. Come on.
Since we're sidetracking onto MyFaction, I mean, similar to what Nathan's saying about Fallout, I've been playing World of Warcraft for like 10 plus years, and that is another game that is like persistently online, has these daily challenges and all the rest of it, and it's obviously got its own grind. So, you know, the idea of grinding out the same match over and over again isn't like the worst thing ever, but I just think the issue that World of Warcraft ran into a couple of years ago, and I think WWE 2K is in the same place, is it just doesn't respect your time. I think that, Nathan, the amount of MFP that you have will have taken you literally days, months, and like whatever else, what other metric you can use. Like you've dedicated more time to that mode than you probably most people in this chat have. So like I don't have or want to dedicate that amount of time to the modes, and I just wish it did respect your time a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily like in drop rates or anything like that, but like the MFP gain is far too slow. The daily challenges don't really give you any reward, and like yours, I think Kenny was saying about for me especially the difficulty of playing some of those matches. Like turning off the HUD is one thing, but making them have like unlimited, finishers and giving you no health or no energy, it's just kind of anti-fun, I guess. I don't find it very fun. And on Jess's point as well, like ambulance matches, casket matches, as a person, and Jesse, I know you do as well, I play on the hold mechanic. I don't mash buttons, and it's
I had to switch it to the mash because that hold was busted on the casket matches.
It's basically impossible. There's no way you'd have to put in like an hour per match, even more, to get them to the point where you can hold the button. So I think gameplay wise, there's definitely stuff that needs to be addressed in MyFaction. But to the point, I actually do quite like faction wars. I agree with Nathan. Like, I don't like the ticket requirement. I think that's silly. There's no need to hold that back. The rewards in faction wars are actually pretty good as well. So I don't see why you would hold it back. And then obviously we'll get into it more, but there is quite a discussion to be had about World Tour. If I could say about the game overall, I've got a bit of a statement about it, because one of my favorite games is WWE 13, right? And that's Yuke's second last game. So obviously it's all focused on the Attitude Era and stuff. Yeah. So 2K14 came out, and let's be real, 2K14 is a Yuke's game with a 2K coat of paint on it. And then we had the disaster that was 2K15, and I think 15.
Even it was stripped, but I thought the new graphics and everything, I had fun with it.
I think won you over.
I think 2K, even by their own admission, would admit that they did screw up with the next gen version of 2K15. And I feel like that this might be controversial, but I feel like with 2K25, we're finally back to that point we were at with 2K14, where we've got solid gameplay, we've got solid game modes, and now it's time to basically start moving forward, and we can start improving. Like we were saying, maybe we can get a story designer. I know that they rewrit universe mode this year, so maybe we can start getting like some actual decent improvements year on year. So to be fair, game like as a whole, obviously there's problems with Island and MyFaction and all that stuff, but 2K25 is pretty solid. Like if that was your first game, it would not be a bad game to jump into.
Very well said, Nathan. And which one of you guys
that
said
was Gary?
Fair enough, Gary, but good enough.
That was Gary.
Very well said, Gary.
Come on, Kenny.
Y'all said it was just so much they put in here, because I think that was like pretty much perfect to describe it.
That was me.
It's like six different games in here, and it feels like they just try to make all of them good enough and not try to make any of them great. And I think
not enough substance.
That's what's causing the problem.
Yeah, that's when you ask.
They could literally pull MyFaction out and make it a free-to-play game for everybody to play.
Pretty much.
Make them more money.
Yeah. When it comes to the gameplay on this game, like I feel like there's still so much room for growth from features that we've taken out and possible features that we can see to mimic what pro wrestling is, like the actual experience of pro wrestling. But I think the best start that they could possibly have to like a 2K26 is to bring back weapon physics or something that made the gameplay fun and unpredictable. Because when you're playing the game, there's not very many spots to run within them. They already took out oh my god moments. You can hardly have any freedom when it comes to ladders or anything like that. You can't stack tables, right? We already had that discussion. But I think a big step forward would just be bringing that mechanic back and giving us a different gameplay style, because we've had the same thing since 2K20, to be real.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion, which
Definitely.
would never happen? 2K needs to change their development cycle on these games and go to a longer, because the problem is having a yearly development cycle. It'll never happen, right? But like I look at PGA Tour is doing biannually. They did 21, 23, and 25. So they do it every other year. And you kind of just let DLC and the VC and you engage more in those modes, pay for it over the other part of the year. Like make it more into the live service. And I know people don't want to hear that, but there needs to be a bigger time between games to have bigger changes for the games. Otherwise, we're going to get these continually small iterations. Where if you look at the PGA, and how I platinum 21 and 23 with PGA Tour. I haven't played 25 at all. But they definitely had more development time between those games. You could tell that in between there. And I think that would be something that would facilitate it. Now, it'll never happen with contracts and everything in place. They don't want to miss a year out. But I just think like you sell some sort of like expansion pack for 25 to bring it to 26 with some roster updates, and you wait for the next game.
I can throw another wrench into that, because back in 2011 or so, they would have 2 games in development. They would have All Stars or Legends of WrestleMania. So why don't you just do 2K 1 year, and then you do your, well, let's not maybe not do 2K Battlegrounds, but let's do All Stars, or let's do Legends of WrestleMania that year, and then the next year you'll have your bigger improvements to the main line.
Just not Battlegrounds. We don't want to do that again.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't do Battlegrounds.
I think that'll be perfect, though. You know, put 2K out, and just like back in the day, we had the Day of Reckoning, SmackDown, Raw. We had all of those games going at the same time. I think Call of Duty still does it. Have one team making the 2K games, have the next team release the game the next year while 2K is working on the follow-up game. You can have those two compete with each other, because AEW Fight Forever made 2K better, I honestly believe. And I think, you know, them having that competition like that would make both of those games better as well. And I don't think people would choose. I think people would still buy the game every year. So I don't think it would hurt anybody.
If you,
I definitely.
If you had 2 teams working on it, it would be a great idea. But here's the problem with releasing the game bi-yearly. This game is already outdated. By far, it's outdated. Like you see it, and you feel.
That was out there.
I mean, it's always going to be like that, though.
Unless you turn this into like a live service for 2 years, it's not going to work, dude. Like you're gonna hear constant, "Hey, why don't you port this new attire over for Naomi? What are you talking about? Nikki Bella is not in this game. You know, she just made her. Yeah,
where's Brock?
Where's Brock? You know,
how long is it going to take to make like Brock Lesnar comes out with a new attire today? If he's in the game and they change that, like it's going to take about a month or 2 for them to change that attire. And when he comes back, he's going to have another attire again.
Yep.
So
it's hard for WWE, man. Like, for games like NBA, Madden, I do believe they just kind of update rosters as it goes with an update and things like that,
bro. And they don't even update accessories all the way. Like,
so
it's
hard
for
wrestling.
It's very
for
similar, bro.
So the game being outdated, I never really, you know, I understand it is what it is. You're never going to fix that. So
100%. But one thing I want to get into, right? We were talking about the game, but a lot of MyFaction was in there. All right, man. And I've been very passionate about this mode. And that's World Tour. Now, we've seen one World Tour update since this game came out, and it was 3 extra
your mic
cities.
went down or something. Is that just for me?
Hold on. Let me see something. Can you hear
I
me
can
now?
still hear you.
Yep. It just went like the volume went down a little bit.
Turn on my game. Oh, I'm turning down my game.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. So
I think you need to move the mic up back to your mouth because it. I can hear you. It sounds like you're far away, but go ahead. My bad. No, it didn't sound like that.
I'm hearing you fine.
I hear you clear. Yeah,
you're good.
Y'all hear me clear? Y'all saw a chat. Y'all hear me clear?
Clear.
All right, man. All right. So World Tour, right? It just really is crazy to me how it feels like they just gave out on this mode when it truly felt like it was one of the better modes that they actually dropped. The reception of the community was great. The way people reacted to it was great. It was getting tons of interactions everywhere because people wanted to know how to beat these matches, how to go about getting these rewards. And it's like they just flat out gave out on the mode. Like there were people that don't play MyFaction playing MyFaction for this mode. So it just doesn't make sense as to why it hasn't gotten updated all year long. And again, it just really just blows my mind as to you just put this mode in a game and it almost looks like you kind of just gave out on it. I don't know. It's just really mind-boggling to me, and I think it's frustrating to me as a player, which that was part of the reason why like I just stopped playing, because it's like, all right, live events are cool, this is cool, but like World Tour was a mode that actually had me, and I was willing to continue playing it every single time it updated. And I don't know, bro. I just feel like I feel like they had me by the balls, bro. I was playing the mode, I was doing everything. Every time an update dropped, I was in there, and then after that, it was like, all right, we just not gonna update it. So we're halfway through the cycle at this point. We've only seen an update with 3 cities, and from the day that the game came out, we knew that there was another region coming, because when you click the right bumper, you see that there's something there that you just can't see yet. So I don't know, man. I just want y'all thoughts on this. Did you guys like World Tour? Do you guys feel like they did this, because the mode it didn't get the reception they probably thought? Like, what's going on, Nathan? Go on ahead and tell me about it, man.
So let's talk about World Tour. To your point, it's the best update they've done to the game. I think it's a huge update over Proving Grounds, and it's a shame that 2K hasn't updated it. I believe it's been almost 5 months. I think April 28th was our last day. The last time we got an update on it. So it's it's 4 or 5 months at this point, and it's a shame. It's really fun to play. There's good rewards in it that people will go and use. The island scene 3 updates, I guess 4 if you count the Bray Wyatt mini update that they did. So the islands had 4 updates in the same time frame. So it is like they forgot about it. It's US tour. It's not even World Tour. You're right about seeing the Japan map there. There is rumors that we could be seeing an update soon. Leakers, and I talked about this on my channel. But Woody Witterson has leaked the upcoming images for some other spots in World Tour in files he's found.
Allegedly.
So it looks like we might be getting an update with Japan, allegedly. We'll see. We'll have some updates potentially in the near future, but who knows? It's just really disappointing how they forgot about it. It feels forgotten about, and I wish 2K would communicate better. And I think that's something I've talked about a lot, is tell us what's coming and communicate with us, because I think that's what gets people more upset and not having it.
Fair.
So
I agree, man. 2K needs a roadmap for these games.
A roadmap would be nice. Kenny.
I think World Tour might be the thing that got me to actually stick with MyFaction this time, because when I was in there, and there was one time that was like I needed a female card, I need a woman card, I guess, to go get from the card store to play one of the events, and that was the only time it like kind of asked for money, I guess. But I mean, with that, I was able to get it with MyFaction points. So the fact that they had personas in here, they were the old personas, I believe, but I think this would have been perfect for them to put the new personas in as well. Now, of course, again, that would have been free stuff, so I don't think that's what they would have done. But I think the World Tour mode has a lot of potential. And I did see somebody on X say this is the US Tour and not the World Tour. And I think that's pretty much what it is at this point. We are 6 months in to this game's release, and we still haven't gotten another World Tour update or out of the US region. I don't know. Something had to go wrong. There had to be something they've seen on the back end and decided not to do it. Maybe we are the vocal minority and most people aren't playing in World Tour. I mean, I don't know.
Fair enough. Jesse, you're someone who plays MyFaction, bro. So I want to hear your thoughts on this. Were you a fan of the World Tour mode when it?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good mode, man. But I think if we've seen anything from this game, they are trying to piggyback off of WWE as much as possible this year. WWE is about to go on a Japan tour. I don't know if you know that, but I think that 2K's idea, and I could be wrong, this is just a theory, but it sounds like 2K is trying to piggyback off of that. And when WWE goes on their Japan tour, that's when they will drop World Tour Japan. We already have Ichiban Hulk Hogan locked in the game. Like you can see him on the roster. And I'm assuming that's one of the personas that you're going to be getting when it comes to MyFaction's World Tour. But other than that, man, I mean, Proving Grounds last year was updated a lot faster, in my opinion.
Didn't they just come from France?
Yeah,
we should have had a France tour, man.
Yeah.
They should have, like y'all said, a roadmap.
Yeah.
Proving Grounds
Go ahead,
had 6 updates last year. If I remember correctly, it launched with 4 chapters and then went up to chapter 10. So they did 6 updates over the year span. And I think the updates were done by November on the mode. So really, like, we've seen one comparatively to almost when they probably would have had 5 of the updates out for Proving Grounds.
They could have kept things going with those island updates. If you did World Tour 1 month, island the next, World Tour, island, just keep, people playing the game.
That'd be fine.
Are you up to date on
just ping ponging back to each other?
Oh, we could talk about the island. Let's get Lex, or we get Lex, and then
No, I just wanted to say this one thing. Like, are you updated on it?
I am.
Like, okay. So it doesn't take very long to get through those.
I mean, but
those updates that they're giving us. Yeah.
Lex a million.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you play World Tour? You're not MyFaction guy, right? You play through World Tour at all?
World Tour, to me, can one of you guys explain to me the difference between World Tour and Proving Grounds? Because to me it feels like a masked version of it with just a few differences in rewards and like the approach, but it feels at its core like it's just Proving Grounds with a different name. That's how I felt.
This is my first year.
It would be I think World Tour a little different. You got like 5 matches in each chapter.
Yeah, the brackets. I got that. Yeah. But what's the real core difference between Proving Grounds, like the list of matches and going through the little chapters and unlocking the next area?
I think people like myself were more happy with World Tour because of the rewards and the persona cards that they was.
That was cool. That was cool. That was definitely.
I think that was my thing because I never cared to play Proving Grounds because I'm like, bro, these cards will be outdated in like 2 weeks, bro. I can just buy packs and get it, so it don't really matter to me. But World Tour, on the other hand, I had this fixation when the game first came out that I wanted every persona card that dropped. So that's what part of the reason why I'm like, all right, this is cool. They're gonna continue doing it. They're gonna continue doing that. But yes, we are reading chat. It's just that don't worry, we'll get to y'all. But that was my whole thing with the World Tour mode. I think the rewards played a big part of it too. That's why everybody wanted a piece of what World Tour was.
I think that's all they really did. Yeah, the rewards are cool. They're all right. They didn't win me over. My thing about MyFaction, what I said earlier, you saw me get a little animated and hyped up, being the worst out of all the games, right? All the sports titles.
I think it is light years behind. I'll agree with you on that. I think that there is so much stuff that they're missing compared to a Madden, compared to a 2K, or I'm talking about my team. But also, Lex, to their defense, these modes are 10 years in.
All right, but even when I played back
holy
then,
crap! I appreciate you, Miles. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
No,
thank you, Miles. I appreciate you gifting all them memberships, bro. Thank you very much, bro. Lex, go ahead.
I lost my thought here. So my thing is that when you compare it to the other modes, even when they were in their inception or the first couple of years, because let's not cut them that much slack either. MyFaction came in 22, 23, 24, now 25. We've had it for 4 years now, and the improvements have been like at a snail rate. Like it moves really, really slow.
I mean, I agree.
When I look at those other modes, even
it's that drip fed content I was telling you.
Yeah, exactly. They milk it. And my thing is
team
that
2K14 sucked though, bro. I don't want to hear you say
that. I never said that,
but
that was like the inception of it. And even then it had a market. Like those other qualities that I enjoyed.
That ain't had no market, bro. Do you remember what you're talking about?
Yeah, you could buy cards and they would fluctuate the market on the VC and they would put specials in the main tab up top. Wasn't that
2K14? They did that?
Yeah.
I only remember being able to get my cards through packs. I had to open packs to get my
cards. No, you could get they
2K14.
had like a little, it looked like kind of like a stock market, and you could play throughout all the teams, beat them one at a time to get their best player. Like I remember some good that it had. It wasn't great, but the improvements from year to year got, it was visible. It was enjoyable to see them get to where they got to, which is copying Madden, because Madden was like the original ultimate team fantasy building. But whatever,
they did it well.
I don't want to shy away from it, from the conversation. I do enjoy what Kenny said, even though I know Jesse said he didn't care for it too much. I enjoy the struggle and like achieving something and grinding that. I do like that. I do like that element. That the trolling with the casket matches and some things could get annoying, but when you beat it and you acquire the reward, it feels nice. It feels rewarding. It's just not as rewarding as I would like. For example, the requirements to do the live events, I think, are ridiculous. You got to spend money for the most part or play a ton of hours. Like Gary said, they don't care about your time, it looks like. So for me, that's the frustrating part, because the multiplayer, like Nathan mentioned, still doesn't really work. So even if you're grinding to spice up your faction, your squad, to take it online, there's still no tag matches to play with my friends. We can't make any clans or anything like that. When you're playing Madden, you're playing NBA and all this, you could do like you could team up with your buddies, and let's say I get my best card, you get your best card, and we go against someone else. I enjoy that, because when I'm not doing that with my friends, I'm playing and grinding the mode to get to that point. So when I do play with my friends, I'm like, damn, we got some good cards to run. You know, so my faction is missing that element, that, you know, companionship, and then there's no auction house. Don't even get me started on the auction house. You know, there's just, I feel like, oh, and what's the other mode? Hold on, you mentioned it earlier before we, Faction Wars. Faction Wars is cool. The tickets are stupid, so I don't want to talk about that. But they should have named that game mode something else and kept the original Faction Wars, that you had to get wins, and they would add every, what was it, like 100 or 500 wins, you would get, you know, a nice reward. 1,000 wins got you another. You guys remember that? It was like a ladder.
I ain't gonna lie, that was stupid too, bro.
It was stupid, but it was like a ladder of
4v4 matches, bro. Hell no, get up out of here with those.
It was, but it was an added section for you to grind and get some more rewards. They could have spiced it up and made it enticing, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you get me?
I
agree
just
with
need
that.
something more enticing for the grind, because, like Nathan, it's just repetitive when you're grinding to get those points, right? I need something more clear. Like, give me a set. Like, here's this week's matches. You can get 100,000 MyFaction points if you complete these 10 very hard matches. And I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Grinding, doing the same thing. It's just, you know, even if it's 10 of those casket matches, give them to me, make the difficulty
100%.
ridiculous. I'll do it to get, you know, whatever amount of points you give me for my faction that week.
You know, after you get to your like 10th match or 100th match or whatever, like you saw the roadmap, like you guys are saying, oh, show me a roadmap. That was the roadmap. You got to 100 wins. You knew you were going to get that diamond card or whatever, and you were going to be like, all right, we did it. It was like a sense of accomplishment if you enjoy that, obviously. So missing that, the collector levels being what they are, it just, to me, feels very bare bones, lacking depth. And I forgot who said it earlier, but all these modes and all these things just is a lot going on, and it's missing that, like I said earlier myself too, that driving force that they go all into it. So
there's no substance, bro. That's the thing. There's a couple modes in there. I'm not gonna discredit them. There's a couple modes in the game that have good substance. I thought MyRise was probably one of the best, which I feel like MyRise at that point, I think we can all kind of agree. I don't want to speak for y'all, but y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I thought it was decent this year. I don't think it was bad.
A lot better. A lot better.
I want to play. I haven't played it yet.
I think it was a lot better.
Bro, we're 6 months into the game, bro. What are you doing?
I thought MyRise
was
running LWF.
Did you like it, Jesse?
I thought it was the best mode in the game this year. Personally,
I agree. I think it was personally one of the best modes this year. I thought that it was done great. Lots of twists and turns and all types of stuff in there. But I didn't want to take up too much combo because we already been here for an hour and we've only gone through like just a little bit of the game and my faction. So I want to get into the big part with the island. Then we'll just chop it up.
Well, I would want to talk about MyRise for a second, because I thought it was really good. But the only thing I didn't like was the fact that I couldn't switch my wrestler after I finished it one time. I didn't want to use this busted Kenny Omega who was in the shop day one to beat it 10 times. So I wish I could have changed my wrestler and then
that was an L because I deleted my wrestler on my second time by accident.
So deleted? Oh,
hell yeah, bro! I deleted everything. I never touched it again. I ain't never touched it again, bro. Because I was because I didn't customize my women wrestler how I wanted to customize her. So I was cooked. So I thought maybe deleting her, I would be like, okay, I could just go back in there, you know, get a new fraud, bro. So I never touched it again after that.
That's the only thing that messed it up for me. But other than that, I thought it was fine this year. Voice acting still needs a lot of work, but
I agree. And I thought playing it 5 times, that's the one thing I dislike from it. I'm like, bro, why do I got to play the story 5 times? And why do I pay for an accelerator and y'all not giving me what's everything around the game? I think that's another thing that people have talked about. There's no reason why I should buy the game on, or I don't want to use the word buy, but there's no reason why I play the game on other consoles and I still got to sit here and ground for everything when I already did it once, bro. Just let me buy my stuff. You know what I mean? Let me give y'all some money.
I
You
hate
know?
the accelerator,
So-
so I'm on the opposite side of that.
Yo, I'm growing
Hell
over
no,
here, man.
man.
I got a
That's what
full-time
I'm
job.
saying, bro.
Give me
Like,
that
come
damn
on, bro.
accelerator right now because I play this
too,
game
man.
on multiple consoles. Like I don't just play it on
Oh, no.
PlayStation 5. I'm playing it on Xbox as well.
All
And I don't
my
have
unlocks
nothing.
are on
I
I don't
thought
have
you liked
nothing on
playing the
Xbox.
old. I thought you played the old games, man, and the old
I
games
do.
had the grind, and you unlocked the stuff. You earned the stuff.
The
You
old-
remember back in the day?
The old games
Mhm.
had an accelerator, and I
And
do
cheat
remember.
codes.
I do remember back in the day.
SmackDown
Yeah,
was
they
Raw
did have cheat
2011
codes. They
accelerator.
did have cheat codes, though. They did have cheat codes back then. You're right.
Yo, hold
about
on.
that.
Let me show you some with these old games real quick. Show you what you
My
can
boy
use
got
on
a
these
whole-
old games. Right here.
Oh, the Game Gear.
Oh.
what
That
is
look
it? Game
ancient,
Shark?
dog. That look ancient.
It is
Game
ancient,
code.
bro.
Game
What
code.
are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Bro,
Remember, I had
that
the Game
game is
Shark
older
for
than me,
Nintendo
bro.
64. I could not get it to work. I didn't know what I
That
was
game
doing.
older than me, bro.
That's not a game. It's a game.
It's a game.
It is
See,
older than you,
young boy don't
probably. How old are
even
you, Brian?
It is older.
I
than him.
am 20. I am 23 years old, bro. That joint older than me, bro. That game page you
Probably
got
is.
right there older than me, dog.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
man.
got
But
all the classics right here in front of me. Come on now.
I got
Come
that.
on, the
I got
GOAT.
that
That's
on
the
Jesse,
GOAT
Steam.
right there.
Let me get that, Jesse. Let me get that.
Greatest
I
of
got
all
2 of
time,
these
in my
copies. If you
opinion.
look behind me, I got another copy sitting right
No,
over
send me
there.
one of them. Send me one of them.
I can't. One of these is James.
Send me
I'm
one.
lying. One of these is James's. I ain't gonna. He'll kill me.
Nah, man. But all right, everybody good. We about to talk about the island, bro, because I got some thoughts to get off my chest, man. Nah, but I'm just
All right,
playing,
I'm
but-
ready for the debate. This is gonna get ready, man. Get ready. I'm ready for
Ooh,
this
debate.
one.
Hold on,
Okay.
you on the good side of that, Joe?
Okay.
Bro?
I don't know.
Hold on,
I don't
remember-
know. Let's see. We're about to find out. We're
Lex
about to
had his
find out.
office
man.
decked out for the island when it came out.
Nah, dog.
I was ready, man.
I
I
was-
was ready.
Nah, you was, bro. Yo,
I was ready.
Lex
I was
going to
ready.
war
Ready.
over the island, bro. Just
I
to
was
be
ready.
proven wrong.
I was
Nah,
ready,
man.
bro.
But the island this year, man. Obviously, version 1 of the island. We've got some
Version
stories. We got some content.
0.5.
Nah.
0.5.
But nah, man, they're going into the island, bro. Me and Jesse, we got the chance to be there, speak to some of these devs. Cornell is somebody who's heavily involved with the island, so that's the reason, like part of the reason why I show love to the mode, bro, because I really rock with Cornell, and I know that he's so passionate about these games, and I stick on the side that there is a lot of potential with the island because, like Lex, we play this NBA game where we play in a park, we play in my team park, so that's the reason why me and Lex were super excited about what the island could be, simply because we've seen it at the fullest of its potential in the NBA side. So I think for me, the mode most definitely did not hit this year. I thought that the mode definitely needed something, and it probably should have been held back another year or so till they finally had that something. So that's my 2 cents with the island.
Are you
Hopefully
caught
we
up?
do see co-op next year. What happened?
Are you caught up?
Hell no. I don't even think
Just
I played
curious.
season 1 yet. But
You haven't done
Damn.
season 1?
no.
Damn.
I was hyped, but it ended right when the game came out.
Yeah, dog. I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's like when you and there's nothing against like the WWE side, and it's not that I'm not interested. It's not nothing for me personally. Like I like on NBA 2K, I don't play my career. I don't play the single player stuff. I'm here simply just to
Yeah,
play
I
the
don't play my
online
career,
portion
yeah.
of it.
Wow,
So
that's
like
crazy.
I look at it like that, like the island, like all that chapter stuff. That's like the my career side to everything in my head. So all I'm there for is just to play
Oh.
online, have fun with my friends, and I didn't get that experience in the game this year.
Hold up. You got to go back and play that My Career for NBA. It's actually pretty fun, man.
I
loving
heard
it.
it's pretty good.
I'm having
I
fun
heard
with
it's
it,
pretty
dude.
good. I heard you started high school and all that. I heard it's pretty good. But yeah, man, that's part of the reason why, I felt the way I feel on the island this year. And I'm hoping that, with next year coming around is cool. But I think the common theme the last couple of years is next year.
Every year.
I think personally, I'm kind of just I tired, like on NBA 2K, when I get on this game and I play my team or I play my career or I play something like that, and I get it, the budgets are different. There's a whole lot of stuff in behind the scenes, but like when I look at these games and I play them, I'm not thinking about next year. You feel what I'm saying? I get on these games and I'm like, oh, this is dope. I'm enjoying this for what it is. I'm not thinking about, oh, damn, bro, I gotta wait another year for this to come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm somebody that plays sports games so much. So the fact that I don't feel that way when I jump into another sports game, but then when I jump on a WWE and I see they don't got something, damn, I gotta wait another year. So I think that's probably the most frustrating thing as a fan of the game and as somebody who covers the game, that it's like always, okay, it's next year, because there's so many features we once had in these games that are no longer here, and we got to continue waiting for them. So I think that's kind of where I'm going with it. Like, and we'll talk about gameplay in a second, but just the quickest analogy I could give is the stacking tables. I was hoping for that to be in 2K25, but we got to wait maybe another year. And if maybe we don't get it next year, maybe it's another year after that. So that's just that's just where I'm coming from with the island, and I'm hoping that, you know, eventually, you know, there's a lot of stuff added. Like NBA 2K this year, they added something called the crew. You get to add up to 50 players in your park, or of your friends, and y'all grind park, and you get different rewards. You don't even got to be playing together, but you leveling up. What if they did that in WWE and they called it, you know, a faction?
I thought they were gonna do that. I thought
they was gonna do it too. You know what I'm saying, bro? And then you could get people on your faction to grind. You could add up to 10 people, and you unlocking rewards and whatnot. Like, it's just, again, bro, a lot of it is a little bit, being that they piggyback off of what the NBA 2K side does sometimes with, you know, such as the MyFaction, the island thing.
Yeah,
I'm surprised as to the cool parts about the concept is not being followed through, and I'm just hoping, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. All right, this is version 1, whatever you want to call it, but I'm hoping that this is something that's being worked on in the background of what we currently have right now. So I'm still on the side that this mode has a lot of potential, but I'm hoping that, you know, it actually reaches that potential. I'm kind of tired about talking about potential. Every year, you know, people are spending 120, 130 bucks. The most expensive edition,
not counting the MyFaction money
for consumers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The most expensive edition this year was
120 bucks.
$129.99.
You need to bump them numbers up for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, bro, but it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? People are spending more money. The most expensive edition was $10 extra this year. You know what I'm saying? And by any means, get your money, but let's get also, you know, a product that's, you know, that's gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of the game dying out and fading out by June and July, bro. I want.
Let me ask you though, Brian.
You know what I'm saying? Go and last me. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, which is not about the island, but what you said there stuck out to me. You're saying that they took stuff out, and I know Jesse mentioned something similar earlier, but I want to ask you guys this, genuinely asking. I'm not trying to be a troll or anything. You're talking about them taking stuff out, which is a fair point, because these games were used to having certain things that have not been there and they haven't returned, or are they ever going to return? Is it fair for us to sit here today, 2025, with the studio that's currently working on producing these games right now, for us to say, well, they took this out and we're still waiting for them to bring them back? Should they even really bring that particular thing back? Are they ever working towards that? Like, is it fair for us to put that on them when it's a new team working on these games and they don't even, you know, maybe they don't even want to direct their attention towards those things? What if their version of a wrestling game is just not what we think it should have? So is it fair is the question. Is it fair to put that on a new team when it's clearly not the same people that we're saying, they took this out?
Hold on.
I get that.
People. It is the same people.
It is the same people, right? Because I mean,
it's all the same people for the most part.
I mean, Brian, he was around. I know that he left to AEW, came back.
Yeah,
didn't you say it was like 4
Brian
people?
I'm sure a lot.
No, I'm talking about 4 people from THQ, like the THQ days. They're now in Visual Concepts, but for the most part, all these devs that you're seeing right now, they're still making the games and have been since 2K15.
Yeah, and a lot of them have been around even like for 6-7 years now. I mean, I believe Lionel, he's been around since I believe 18, if I'm not mistaken, or 17. So it's been a couple years at this point where 15, you know, we're seeing.
That's not 15.
Yeah, 15
is not.
Was when everything was stripped down, right?
Yeah, it's not SVR. It's not Here Comes the Pain. I'm sorry, Gary. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I totally get what you mean. I think we need to distinguish between two different things, because when we're talking about like stack tables and I Quit matches, I think that they should be adding those back in, because literally, you know, SummerSlam just had that insane TLC match with a whole bunch of stack tables, and absolutely you can't do that in the game. And I think that's something they should add in. I Quit matches have been here and there over the last, and there was one at Clash in Scotland a wee while ago. So I think in those aspects, yes, we want them back. But I think 2K's made it abundantly clear that they have no interest in bringing back any Ukes game modes. And I think my GM proves that more than anything, because my GM is nothing like the
100%.
previous GM modes.
Yeah, you're right. I think that we should get what we see on TV for sure. If they do something in WWE programming, like in a match style or stipulation or whatever, you're right. They need to put that.
That's
up.
all I'm.
That's all I'm saying.
I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
That was my thing with special ref matches. When they started introducing them back into the product again a couple years ago, I'm like, okay, this got to be in there. Like ladder matches at this point in time, with the amount of spots that we've seen in the last 2 Money in the Bank matches, and not even just that, SummerSlam was a spot fest. Let me recreate some of those moves. Let me put a ladder from the ropes into the other ladder, and let me powerbomb somebody on the ladder. Let me, you know what I'm saying, do suplexes to the outside onto stacked tables. I think that's what it's missing, right? Because their big thing, which is, I guess, a justifiable excuse to certain things, is, oh, it's not part of the product, so it doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? But now a lot of this stuff that we're mentioning and asking for is part of the product. So
where's Iron Survivor?
Oh,
I think I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think that's coming next year. I think that's coming next year. I think that's one of those.
It has to come, right? I mean, they do it so.
It's one of the best matches that they've made in the last couple of years, and it's not been available in the game, and it's just pretty lame.
In my opinion, you can't like hold this video game to, oh, they don't do this on WWE programming. When's the last time you've seen an intergender match on WWE programming? When is the last time you've seen a light tube on somebody on a WWE program?
Fair.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the games that are not.
But still, you didn't answer
WWE programming.
But answer what I originally asked, though, which is, you know, do you think it's fair to hold them to that standard of like the here comes the pain stuff and be like, all right, that we haven't seen that since SVR, whatever year, we need that back in a wrestling game, even if it's not on TV or whatever. Is it fair? That's all I'm asking.
Fair? I would say yes, it's fair, because what year did SmackDown versus Raw come out? I mean, the Here Comes the Pain.
Oh yeah.
Was it that like 01?
Having all those stuff in the games back then,
it's been like 20 years more.
So here's the difference between like comparing like a SmackDown versus Raw and Here Comes the Pain to what you see in 2K games. Back in the day, those were key-framed animations. Today, we're dealing with motion capture. So all what they need to do is, if you wanted something like physics, you know, weapon physics or a carry physics system that they had in SmackDown versus Raw 2011, they would have to incorporate that with motion capture. And they've actually done that in the old WWE games as well. Even in the old, like 2K15. 2K15, you were able to guide your opponent. I mean, the weapons physics wasn't there anymore, but you were able to guide, and you still can, I think, in some moves in 2K25. You're able to move them around if you got them up in a suplex or something. You can guide where they're going. All you need to do is add weapons physics to that, and you should be good. But you can't like add the full-on arcade experience that you got with a Here Comes the Pain, because that's an arcade game, and it's made with keyframes. It's not made with the motion capture that they do today, and that's the reason why you don't see a lot of the cutscenes in things like Universe Mode, because they have to actually go and motion capture every single one of those new rivalry actions.
Oh man, you just like, my brain exploded when you're saying that. It makes perfect sense, because I want that, you know.
That's what I want too. That's
exactly.
Like, so you see the cutscenes in Universe or MyRise these days, they're just like standing in front of each other talking. Exactly. Like running around all over the place back then.
So Crystal explained that in the last interview I did with him a couple of months back after the game released, that I was asking for certain rivalry actions to make their way, and they're like, well, you know, I would like to do that, but we have to find the time to get these scenes recorded in motion capture. You know what I mean? Because it's not keyframes. It's not like done on a computer like they used to do that. Here Comes the Pain and SmackDown versus Raw.
So
keyframing takes so long as well. Motion capture is way quicker.
Wow. That's why you've seen like the same animations and moves and everything, like from SmackDown. Just bring it to all the way into the SmackDown versus Raw games. You had the same keyframed animations in there for years.
and I'm sorry, Brian, for kind of shying away, but it does tie into
You're
the
good.
island. Like I was always going to circle back because the thing is that for me, I kind of gave up on is it fair or not conversation. I just thought, bro, whatever. I'm just going to take whatever they give and enjoy what we're actually getting versus like, oh, it didn't come with this. It didn't. Because back then you could go to SmackDown 1 on PlayStation, right? Just the SmackDown. And you could go backstage. Like I was fighting at a restaurant recently. I was playing, it was SmackDown 2, actually. I'm sorry. I was backstage. You go into the restaurant, you go into the kitchen, and then you go back to the hallway. And I'm like, I'm doing all of this, and I'm like, dude, this is what I loved backstage and what I loved getting into in my, season mode. That's what I enjoyed about those games. And I know that, I'm an old head when it comes to wanting that, but I feel like that would make these games so much better, and that's why I asked you, because I don't see that in the island. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the island is come here, stand, click, read, go there, stand, click, read. Exactly. So that's why I asked. That was the real root of why I asked that question.
Fair enough.
With the 2011 Road to WrestleMania, remember you used to be able to free roam backstage, but like literally as you were free roaming, you could just push anyone and you can get into a fight at any time.
It was pretty bad though.
It's kind of what you're talking. It's not great,
cool.
but I'm just
Road
saying
to
that
WrestleMania was lit, bro.
Yes.
Was that? It wasn't Road to WrestleMania where we could run around backstage, right?
Yes.
No, it was. Yeah.
Just the backstage stuff just got too repetitive back then. But I mean, I would love to have it back. If they could make it better, but.
I'd like to see him do something like that with Showcase, to be honest, like to make Showcase better. I'm not going to, we'll probably talk about that later, but something
but
different.
To circle back on the island about what you said, Brian, you said they had like 50 people in the crew or whatever. And
that's this year.
I don't know if you want that on the island. How is the frame rate for y'all on the island?
No, but not at the same time. You're just like in a clan. Think of it like a Call of Duty clan or whatever. And if people join your clan, they're going to be able to earn rewards for everyone in that clan. They do that in racing games too. You don't need a race or wrestle or fight or whatever with 50 people at the same time. It's by groups. So if like 5 players are on, then you 5 can go ahead and earn rewards together.
Okay. I thought you meant like 50 people on at the same time.
No.
It damn near is like that though. Like you can get like 75, 80 people in one server on 2K.
Yeah, one server. Yeah.
And not experience no lag, bro.
It's wild.
Been
on
one
NBA.
of the best NBA 2K launches I've seen, and the reason why I wanted to speak about it too is because I remember I saw Jesse talking about it on X the other day. He was talking about this is the way that a WWE like island experience should feel. I assume that you was probably having fun on here. What is that you liked from seeing an NBA 2K that you kind of would like to see on the island in WWE?
So it takes me back to Creator Fest. I remember me and you being pretty excited about the island, even though we were getting cooked in comments like by promoting the island, right? Because we both played NBA and we're like, yo, this is not so bad. You know what I mean? Like you're not forced to spend any money if you don't want to. But I think everybody's main concern was they were going to mesh the MyRise within the island, just like they do with My Career and NBA, the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when we first got to Creator Fest, I remember sitting down with Brian and we were hyped up. Yeah, we're going to check this out. And we were talking to Audria, who is the creative director of the island and MyRise. And we were talking to her about PvP matches. And I was like, all right, cool, man. And I was telling James, hey, hop on this console. Let's get this going. You know what I mean? Let's go get some tag matches. And she's like, oh, you can't play tag matches. I was like, what? What do you mean you can't play tag matches? And she's like, yeah, on the island this year, we only offer 1v1 PvP matches. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
That was a fumble.
Yeah, I remember Lex was excited to get everybody in there.
I think that was the bigger. I think that's the biggest fumble for me that they could have done with this mode. Now, if you bring it in next year, I'm gonna definitely have some good things to say about it. But I think for me personally, that was like the biggest fumble possible. You add a mode that's damn near identical to NBA 2K, and you know that what people do in NBA 2K,
social
squad up with their
experience
homies and go
social.
play. You know what I'm saying? And it
So,
wasn't there. So,
when it came to the island, I guess like my main excitement was, hey, they got the island running online, man. This online server has got to be top notch this year.
Yeah, that's
top
what I
notch.
said.
There's no way to get an island on here, you know what I mean? And you get the 2K NBA 2K experience and all that's going on, because I played on those servers. And the only thing I kept thinking about was NBA 2K. Like, man, it like Lex said, it's a social experience, man. Like, you can do multiple things in park. You can wait wait for the next, game or whatever. You can get on there with friends, play 3v3, 4v4. There's all sorts of stuff. So when we got on the island, they're like, and they were literally pumping this mode to be the ultimate online experience for WWE. But you have no way of hanging out with, like, what am I going to do with, like, Kenny? Kenny, you hop in my server. We're just going to kind of look at each other's
run around,
avatar, you know what I mean? And hit the little slap taunt and go to the next match. Like, that's pretty much all you could do in the island this year. And I was completely disappointed out of this.
That was my thing. I remember me and Lex joined the park together at one point.
just
On
looked
the
at
island
each other.
together, and we were like, "Dog, okay, we're here."
I remember you taking the picture and posting that on social.
Yeah. Well, where do we go now?
Only activity. That was the only activity we had on the mode. So
I was in a chat with James at the time when you guys posted that picture, and I was like, "That's the only thing they're doing too, bro." They're just taking that picture and they're out that server.
Yeah, we can just play tag. You're it.
Yeah, no, it was literally that, bro. And again, I still think the mode got potential, but we got to really see it flourish. We got to see it flourish, man. And that's that. I didn't mind. Lex, did you spend any? Is your character maxed out on that thing yet, or
no?
Did you stop playing before then?
He's almost there. No, I'm actually in chapter 4, and I don't rush through the chapters because I don't know. It's kind of like a mental thing. I hate having to like beat it and then waiting all this time for the next one. So when I know the next one is a few days away is when I clear it. So when the next one comes out, I play it. Like, it's just like a mental thing because I could literally just beat it and wait. But that's how I feel about it. So I'm close to maxing it out. And, another thing that I wanted to raise within the island, and I brought it up in the chat. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you look around the gaming industry, especially on Nintendo Switch, there's a lot of RPG games, a lot of games like the Pokemon series that do feature screenshots and reading text messages.
Yeah.
Those games get straight 10 out of 10s. But
they could be good. They could be good, but the island, what they did with this is not. Unfortunately, I don't mind it. I like to have something to do in the game, so I'm glad we have the island. Honestly, where a lot of people are not, but the stuff they give us in there is just not good.
So you don't feel like the character dialogue was up to par with what you would have expected or wanted?
Storylines, character dialogue. Hey, where's my dog? Go find my dog from over here.
All right, I agree. I agree with that.
Those pictures are a little crazy, bro.
What is going on?
I'm gonna be honest, man.
I don't like those pictures.
After season 1, I just started skipping.
The dialogue. Like I try every season to go through the stories. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna read them this season, but they just get so bad, and it gets to the point where I'm just mashing A.
I just
really,
yeah, bro. We just
it's corny ass
content,
dialogue,
bro.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see, Nathan. Please give us some juice there.
So I have enjoyed the storylines on the island, actually, and it's because I've always looked at it as this is a Saturday morning cartoon with wrestlers. This is what I was in the 80s.
Exactly.
If this was a
This
Saturday
boy's getting
morning
flown out
cartoon
to
with
the 2K
wrestlers.
Creator Fest.
But nah, we're not glazing that hard. Come on, we're not glazing that hard.
So I'm a defender. They remind me of the I think the DLC that came out for 2K20 is their best DLC. And it's not because they added extra wrestlers. It's because but they had storylines. Every single thing had a storyline involved with it, and you had different like atmospheres. So I really enjoyed the DLC for 2K20. I think it's some of their best. And this reminds me of that, just personally. And it fits, like you said, it's taking your Saturday morning cartoons and adding characters into them. That's what the storylines are. And I enjoy it for what it is.
I like that you like it because I know it's not for me, but I know, it's for some people. I did like the Alexa Bliss stuff that was in, I think, chapter 4.
That was cool.
I like the Cody Rhodes bot. I think the Bray Wyatt thing could have been cool, but the way it was all just in that cabin, I think they messed that up.
Well, we still got more, though. We still got more of that coming.
More Bray Wyatt stuff coming?
I think so, probably towards Halloween, I'm sure. They set it up for some more.
We'll see. So, I mean, it's not like 100% bad. I would say it's 90% bad. So there's some stuff in there.
Yo, the 2K community though is the 2K community is kind of wild though when you think about it, because you're right, Kenny. Like, just because you're not enjoying it doesn't mean somebody else
100%.
as well. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that like different things when it comes to this game, and that's why I feel like the devs of VC have the hardest time deciphering what they're going to put into the following game, because the crowd is split, man.
You said 2K community, but Jesse, let's be real. It's the wrestling community.
Oh, yeah, the wrestling community.
The wrestling community. Like, they are like the Star Wars and the comic book Marvel stuff. Like, they are serious.
Whoa. Don't
Yo,
want
hey,
there with those guys.
Believe it or not, there are people in this community now that bought this game for Tyrese Halliburton, and I'm not even lying.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right,
bro.
But this game for that.
That's what I was trying to tell people, bro. That's what I was trying to tell people. Like, the NBA players, I'm sure it didn't appeal to any of y'all except for Lex. It damn sure appealed to me. So that's how I figured out. I'm like, all right, you know what? You know, they're gonna continue doing this, because even though a large percentage of the WWE crowd does not like it, there are going to be people that don't play but want to go in and put the punches on a Jalen Brunson with Tyrese, or vice versa.
But
so
that's what Fortnite does
is
with their game. That's what gets people to load up Fortnite, even if they're not big fans.
Brings the outside.
I better get Cody Rhodes.
But before we leave the island, I do want to say, so I do appreciate the island being in.
Hold on, we didn't get to Gary though. We didn't get to Gary about the island.
Okay, I thought y'all were transitioning off because y'all talking about basketball players.
Oh yeah, no, that's Brian. He loves talking about basketball.
No, bro, I'm talking about the appeal, dog. Chill out, dog.
All right,
that was Jesse. That was Jesse.
Well, let me finish my point. So I will say I do appreciate the island being in the game, because one thing about me is I don't play online, so I like single player content. Even if it's not good, it's not like they're trying to just give us nothing in there, because they could have dropped an hour or two of new content, but a lot of it is like 5 hours of content we're getting.
It is.
So.
I can tell you they are working. They're working very hard on the island.
Yeah,
I can tell
dropping
you
5 hours
based
of new
on what I've
content
seen
every few months.
What I've heard.
You know, I would say, you know, I do appreciate, you know, the effort they're putting into that. But again, first year storylines do need work. But shout out to Cody Rosebot as well. But go ahead, Gary.
Short and sweet. I don't like it.
No, let's skip Gary. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
As a single player person, like, I do like that it's not mandatory online. I do like that, but at the same time, the stories just aren't interesting enough to keep me playing it. And like Jesse said, they're quite short as well. So, and having lived through the ordeal, sorry Nathan, but having lived through the ordeal of 2K20's Originals DLC, I just don't want to go for that again. So.
Oh, man.
And I said before it came out, I don't mind the goofy storylines, but these are
guys,
just pretty much nothing.
You guys are you're killing me, man. Because for me, I'm always every year, like, especially during the hype season and in the thick of it, I'm always saying, man, I want these people to break that glass of whatever's holding them down creatively. Like, and I feel like the island, even though I know there's no real animation or motion capture, like Jesse said, and there's just screenshots and they're just, you know, silly text messages. I love that they're able to update it throughout the year, give us these, you know, characters and these matches to tie up. I think I think people would appreciate it better with the social experience. You add that layer, and then if you add the fact that you got better rewards, I think that ties everything up nicely, and you can forgive some of the stories that you don't like. Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like every single story from it. I rolled my eyes a couple times, but I did have some good laughs, and some of the stuff was pretty cool. So I just want them to have creative freedom, and I feel like with these games, it looks like there's a blueprint, and you gotta, you know, hit these notes and we're done. Like, they don't really think outside the box. And the island gave us that third-person camera that I am obsessed with. I love the third-person camera.
I think playing the Optimist. Yeah, I do love the third-person camera. I think playing the Optimist, though, I do agree. This is the first version of it. It's going to be rough. There is something there. I think that's what Lex is kind of saying. There's definitely something there. So I think, given the time and unfortunately our patience, it will eventually become probably an amazing game mode. But yeah, we just need to get there. But right now, it's not there.
Yeah,
I want to add to that. You know, you said you just want them to put the time in, and I believe all this stuff that we're talking about is coming to the island. And we were talking about that too, even at Creator Fest. And I never get behind the notion of these devs are lazy and they're not working hard, because that's
100%.
absolutely not true. And these guys do care, man. Like as much as it, it may not show because of the communication, you got to keep in mind that this is a business and it's 2K and Take-Two that is behind the money grab for the most part, not VC making the actual game. I mean, it is still partnered with the companies, but I can even speak for Brian, man. When we were at Creator Fest, being as critical as some of us content creators can be, these guys were making sure that we were having a good time playing their game, and they were kind of nervous watching a lot of us. So that shows me alone that they care.
Yeah,
100%. The experience that I had there, I doubled down on what Jesse said for sure, and the reason why is because I was playing the showcase mode, I was playing the intro, and there was a glitch that happened, and there was a dev behind me, and I said, "Hey, this is glitched," and there was something wrong with the stamina, and they said, "Hey, get a clip right now," and they literally sent the text in front of me to one of the devs working on it. So again, it is something that they are passionate about and working. That's why I don't like the whole laziness notion, like Jesse said, and just talking about not even just the island, just talking about everything else. Like, okay, some stuff you're gonna see me complain about some stuff, and you're gonna see me say, "Hey, I feel that this is not good," or "I feel that this is not great," but I will never ever tell you that the devs are lazy, because that's certainly not the case. So that's 100% truth on that. But
they piss me off on a day-to-day basis for sure. But they're not lazy at all.
100%, man. And again, bro, I feel for a guy like Cornell who takes a lot of crap online, man.
I love Cornell.
But again, bro, it's like I don't know exactly who the community manager is. I haven't had an interaction. I heard that we do have a new one. I'm just not completely sure. But to me, even though Cornell isn't VC, that's my community manager. There's everything with a grain of salt.
Penta and CM Punk doing the dance earlier on the WWE Twitter.
Hey, Gato, to answer his question in the chat, patch 1.18 was absolute ass.
What was
and
that?
Was that
the community creations thing, or the creation?
That was
thing?
The community creations thing where the logos just went away, dude, from everything. Yeah. That almost prevented me from running the universe that we do with our community. You know,
man,
what I mean,
bro,
on our streams. I was pissed.
That was a crazy time.
That was catastrophic. Yeah,
yeah. But we're already an hour and 36 minutes in, man. Obviously, we talked about the two main points. We talked about a little bit of gameplay. I want to just real quick before we get out of here. If WWE 2K25 went wrong this year at whatever point, say what you think went wrong. And what can they fix next year for next year's game? I imagine I'll probably see you guys maybe once before, again, maybe in a panel or something on whoever's channel for whatever, talking about this. But if it went wrong, right? Because for me personally, I feel like the game went wrong at some point. I'm not sure exactly when, but there was a point where I turned off the game and I just don't turn it on as consistently as possible. The only way that I turn on the game at the moment is if I'm laying down and I'm playing on my Switch too. So do you guys feel that the game went wrong, and where did it go wrong? Nathan, we can start with you. And if you don't feel that nothing went wrong, that's a cool answer too. But we'll take both answers here today.
No. So I'm still playing the game. I've got like over 1,000 hours in it. I'm dedicated to the MyFaction content. I think part of the biggest issues we already talked about is just lack of content coming through MyFaction. It's at a snail's pace. We don't have a World Tour update. I think, and the biggest issue is, and I still think that this is a big problem, they need to talk to the community. They need to be like, here's what's coming out this month. Here's what the cards you should be looking forward to. Here's the events that we've got going on, to get people interested in the game. And I think that's a big miss on their part. Because people are dropping off MyFaction, and it's because of the lack of content that they put in this year. So that's kind of where I stand with it. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Gary,
I'll leave it at that.
Has 2K gone wrong this year, or do you feel like it's just been a good game? Like, how do you feel?
I think they're on the right path. I've really enjoyed this game, gameplay wise. Like I said, when I've got the boys over for wrestling, it's that we don't go back and play the older games. We'll play this one, and we rag on the fact that we can't do stack tables and we can't put ladders where we want and stuff. But at the end of the day, ladder matches and TLC matches are still really fun. They would just be enhanced by the fact that we would have those new features. So I think my problem with 2K at the moment, moving forward, is similar to what Lex is saying. There's all these different teams and different departments working on different things, and they don't really seem to be talking with each other. And I just think that if we had my GM, but we could actually, like, instead of doing promo segments, we could actually just choose a universe mode cutscene to play in that slot, and then you would have basically a show essentially. It's one of those things where, like, you have the system there in universe mode, and I don't understand why you can't. Well, I understand it's a whole different thing than why you can't plug it into my GM, but it's just one of those things where we have, like, kind of what Jesse was saying. We have all the parts for a story designer. It just needs a little bit of time to put it all together. And I just think with all these different game modes, if they actually talked to each other and there was a bit more I don't know what the word is, like if they just merged some of the features together to
play it off each other.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Kenny was saying, the 24/7 mode from 2008, merge the story mode and the universe mode together in some way. That could also work. And I just think maybe some other departments need to come together. And I think if they maybe stopped making these smaller teams working on these features and maybe just kind of merge them together, you probably get better improvements.
Fair. Kenny, do you feel like the game has gone wrong this year? Or do you feel good about it?
I wouldn't say it went wrong because, again, previous years I would have been stopped playing a long time ago.
Yeah, this is the longest you've played, right?
What'd you say?
This is the longest you've played, right?
Yeah,
like
longest I played, and it's because of MyFaction. I think they have a lot in that mode just to keep people engaged in the game. But the way certain things are ran in there, like Jesse said, I'm sure it's 2K and Take-Two, kind of forcing
a lot of the pricing
microtransactions and stuff,
from
saying
them,
you guys
sure,
need
bro.
this amount of money to come in for this month or at this period. But it's just too much of them trying to drain people's pockets instead of it just being, a mode to have fun in and keep people playing the game. Like the live events, it's terrible how they have like certain things you got to gamble for these packs. Like I saw Nathan open up, he used 1 million MyFaction points to open up these packs, and he didn't get the Damian Priest card he needed to play one live event. So things like that. What about somebody who's spending real money on it? You just spent all that money, you don't even have what you need to play this event. And that's the funnest thing to me, is just playing these live events.
I think that's part of the problem for me, is like that gambling aspect, to pull a card to then get another card. You feel what I'm saying? I think that's where the disconnect is coming at for me, because gameplay wise, the game is far from going wrong, in my opinion. I know that a lot of people have different opinions on certain mechanics and the way they should work, but like the gameplay consistently is getting better, is one of the better consistent gameplays we've gotten in recent years, but there's still stuff that is just missing in that aspect. But I'll let you get your point off.
On the subject of the MyFaction thing, the ultimate challenges that they do, they have, like, I kind of like the system, but I also don't like it at the same time, because you get an amazing reward at the end of it, usually a persona card or something. But to actually get there is the hardest part, getting those cards and keeping, the rhythm for 4 weeks to then use all those cards in the ultimate challenge. It's just, I don't know, that I don't like that aspect of it.
Yeah, and my thing is, it's not even always about the card for me. I just want to play the match. So even if I don't have this card, just let me play the match. Don't let me unlock the reward. Give me 1,000 MyFaction points or something. Say,
can I ask you a question, Kenny?
So have fun with the match. What?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So obviously you're a content creator. You create content on this mode. If you weren't a content creator, would you be playing MyFaction right now?
Yes, it's just like Mortal Kombat. Like they had the invasions mode that was not good, but every month when they released a new one, I went through and played it, just because it's keeping. If you like a game, you just need a reason to play it. Just give me something to even like I don't make content on the island, but I'm finished with all 5 seasons, even though I don't like it, because it's something for me to do, something for me to come back to. So, I mean, that's all I ask for in any game.
Yeah, you want a reason. You want a reason to be
give me a reason to play the game. Even if I'm unlocking stupid stuff, give me something to unlock. I like the progression.
Can we ask that question to Nathan as well? Like, would you be playing?
Yeah, I would. So I fell in love with MyFaction midway through last year, actually, on 2K24, and I started playing. I started the whole channel because I was enjoying the game like the mode that much, and I dedicated a whole channel to it. I think it's fun. I think it's engaging. I like the live events. To your point, I like the collection aspect and having these events that build upon each other to get some sort of ultimate reward if you've partaken. So yeah, I'd definitely still be playing.
Fair enough. Okay. And Jesse, man, again, you've been one of the most vocal guys, bro. Even, you know, with everything, do you feel that the game has gone wrong? You still obviously play it. You still like the game. Do you feel there's anything better that they can do, you know, for next year from something that is sort of that's possible, right? Because we can have all these unrealistic expectations, but just from a realistic standpoint.
I don't think the game has gone wrong. I wouldn't say that. This is by far one of the best 2K games since probably 2K14, in my opinion.
I think it's
I
the
know a
best
lot.
since 2K14. I'll say it.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? I know a lot of people hold 19 to a high standard, and that's great because I really love 19 as well. But I think as dialed in as they are, besides the patches, man, like the patches really killed, and they continue to kill every single year. Besides those patches, MyFaction, I don't hate MyFaction, but I do think that there's too much time poured into MyFaction, and I do think it's too predatory. It is way too predatory for our community. So in my opinion, like what they did with the Alexa Bliss, I think that's where it started. The Alexa Bliss persona card, where they just jacked up the MyFaction points and the VC and stuff. That stuff needs to get lost, in my opinion, man. I mean, people are going to spend money anyway, but they shouldn't have to spend $200-300 to unlock a 20 box of cards, you know, virtual cards at that. You know,
and I will say the Roman Reigns persona where he had the his WrestleMania 41.
Oh yeah,
they put all the cards in the market, and if you wanted to get all the cards to unlock that Roman Reigns, it was $100. That is insane.
But that's my problem with the mode and partially the game. When you're somebody that plays the game for MyFaction, it's tough, bro.
That's not bad,
play and keep up.
You said that's not bad?
No, hold on.
That's not bad, though.
Bro, you can change
let me finish.
Hold on. All right. Big money
done, bro. He done.
That's not. You didn't even let me finish. Wait until when I give you my point on what I think went wrong, you'll understand that I'm not on board with this. But to your point, I think $100 is chump change when it comes to comparing this to NBA. You know, there is people that spend It's not okay, but I'm saying people on NBA spend $500 to $1,000 and don't get that Roman Reigns type of card, and that's the predatory mindset that they're trying to put into this. You get me?
Which makes it not okay.
100%. But I'm talking about when you're looking at all these other sports games, $100. Like they're not killing the wallets as much as these other companies. Didn't you say you put money into it and you pulled?
You can't even
Jesse. Jesse said he pulls 9 out of 10 cards with a box.
But $100,
not every time, but for the most part, like it's
on
not
average.
Like,
you have good odds. You have good odds.
But you know how much a box cost me? That's $150, bro.
Bro, that is crazy.
Exactly my point.
That's what it is. 20 box is $150.
Bro, that's a lot of that's a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of money, bro.
Skin is crazy.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Brian, how much you spend on a My Team? How much do you spend on a My Team pack to try to get a good LeBron? Exactly. That's it. You don't gotta say nothing.
It's crazy, man.
Okay, either way,
I don't spend that. I don't bring back the
$5.
No matter how you cut it, man. The pricing,
regardless, bro. Microtransactions are they're bad, bro. They're bad. They're bad.
WWE 2K25 has the worst microtransactions I have ever seen in any video game.
Oh, brother,
you gotta check out.
Even seen,
you gotta look around. Look around.
That ain't bad, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
But the other 2K games are worse.
Madden came out. EA Madden NFL came out not even a month ago, bro. I'm like $700 into that game.
Oh my goodness.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah,
Brian, I 100% am. I 100%.
Yo, I hate that so much. You're part of the problem. Like this man works for his money. This man can spend what he wants. Like I don't want to.
No, he can.
The thing is, bro. It's like if I don't spend it, somebody else gonna spend it anyway.
But you are adding to the problem. That's what they're saying. All right, Kenny Bomb don't want to spend it. Well, Brian gonna spend it.
Bro, listen,
Jesse's
dog.
gonna
Listen,
spend it.
dog. Listen, man.
Jesse don't
The
play
thing is,
Madden.
bro, at the end of the day, it's a hobby, no matter what, bro.
It is a
Me
hobby,
personally,
but
the reason why I decided to walk away from my faction, and again, bro, it ain't about the gameplay. For me, it hasn't been the last 2 years about the gameplay. It's simply about my faction. Why is it being treated the way it is, bro? Why are packs going up hella coins after
but you
from
spending
one week to
$700
another?
on EA. That's why. They're
No,
looking at
bro.
all the analytics. What people
They're
spending
looking
on
at
EA?
that,
Bro,
yep.
but the thing is, bro, I get a bang for my buck spending that money over there, bro. I got the best team in the game with 6 million coins, bro. Over here,
I'll tell you
know
what
I'm
it
saying?
is, man. That 2K and WWE, like, man, these dumbass fans out here spending $1,000 for nosebleed seats. We can get them
Oh,
for
that's
some
what
packs. I
nah.
promise you.
Brian
Nah,
had a
No,
dog,
so-
but
Go ahead.
again,
I'm
bro,
not even
it's
wrong.
all about how you do it. I spend a lot of my time playing this. Like when I'm not at work and I'm not chilling at home or doing something important, I'm on the game, bro. I'm playing the game. I'm playing Madden. I'm playing NBA 2K. So it's my hobby. I play WWE from time to time. When I play, it's either on my Switch 2 or the mods. But my faction, I didn't go at it because, bro, I also feel, and we've talked about it, I feel there's just not nearly enough for me to do
No,
in
there
my
is no
faction
depth.
to justify spending that type of money, right? Because I don't care about spending the money, bro. If I spend it on WWE, easy for me, bro. Because as a content creator, hey man, we'll go and talk about it at the end of the year. Hello, so I don't care about the money. My point is that if I'm going to spend it, I can only play one-on-one matches with men or women. I can't go in there and pick one of my favorite cards and hey, hit up Jesse or hit up Lex or hit up one of you guys, Nathan, Gary, Kenny.
Yeah.
Yo, let's go play
That'd be
let's
good.
go play my faction. Let's run a stream, bro. Whoever beat us, we'll give them $25 or something. Like, bro, I want to be able to do the stuff
be
like that
lit.
as a content creator, bro.
Yeah.
Let me do challenges, let me do stuff like that. But unfortunately, that ain't the case. So
You know, it'd also be
it's just
great
hard for me
too.
to justify it.
You know,
Go
it'd
ahead.
also be great too is if you can have a trade market to where you can trade your friends cards that you
Yes.
don't
They
no
never
longer
gonna
need
do that,
anymore.
bro.
Yeah.
I know
They
they
never
ain't.
gonna
I know
do it.
they ain't.
Yeah, but it'll
Well,
be
I'm just
lit.
I'ma
just
hit
pointing
up
out
the
the
boy on
obvious.
the
Like,
block and
yo,
tell him, hey, bro, I'm gonna buy
yo,
that
Lex,
card off you. Just trade it for me for a
that's what I'm
bronze.
saying. Like, yo, hey Lex, you trying to get that Roman Reigns with the white glove, man? I got you. Here's the card that I just used to do it. Here you go. Now you can go play the live event.
That
Nah,
would
they
be
At
ain't
least
doing
at
that.
least an auction house to make it more,
Yeah.
balanced.
I was thinking about that too, Lex. But if it's $100 for Roman Reigns with some white gloves and white boots, like a
Nah,
store would be insane.
it's horrible, guys. Again, to reiterate, I don't even think it's worth spending $1 on any of this. I don't think it's okay, but I'm saying in comparison to all these other companies, this is why they feel like it is okay for them to do this, because they're comparing themselves to like, well, on NBA, we get them to go to the bankroll for LeBron, and Roman Reigns is that for WWE. So
I'll
they're
tell
gonna
you what, man. Next year, my faction ain't getting a dime from me, boy. That all my money's going on them shark cards. GTA coming out next year, baby.
Man,
Hey, bro,
yeah, I was
they still
about
get
to
your money one way or
I
another.
was about to salute you. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna give it to the other branch.
Right.
Of the
It's
same
still going to
know,
take
man.
two.
Oh no,
They're like,
GTA, bro,
joke's
when that
on
game
you,
come
know?
out, bro, yo, Kenny, my boy, don't even worry about it.
We
I'm gonna
online?
drip you out, my boy, because I know you ain't spending the money, so I'm gonna drip you out, my boy. We gonna go and get them
Okay, yeah,
shark
you gonna
cards,
have to.
man.
I don't know though, because I might have to let the streets down here. Because if they release this slow chemical cane, I'm buying some packs, my boy.
Oh, you got it.
bro. See, that's some
I'm
people's
gonna have to
critical
let the
shit.
streets down.
So you just want a good reason to be able to spend that moolah, then, and Kane is that reason for you.
Kane's
But
the
that's
reason, man. I gotta do it.
but that's how it is for a lot of cards though. Like the thing with Persona cards for me, right, bro, is like Roman Reigns costing $150 at the time before the discounts and all that. That was a problem to me because, bro, I'm paying for an attire, $150 for an attire. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
that's
I
wild.
just can't. I just don't feel like I can justify that, bro. And that's part of the
It's
reason
crazy.
why. Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe for me, I look at these things differently from like a Madden or NBA because,
Yeah.
like, when I go on Madden, bro, I got legends from back then. I could
And you
team
got
them
the
up.
overall to be able to
Overall,
compete online.
right, bro. It's just a different, like, it's a different feeling, bro. On the NBA, because I play my team too, bro. I go on my team. I can put LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal. I can put Kevin Garnett with Chris Paul and Michael Jordan as shooting guard. I can do that. I can have fun like that, and I can play them all at once. I think that for me is probably the reason why I'm so quick to not justify
So
it
I
until
already
now.
know. So if 2K listens to us, they're gonna be like, "Oh, so we gotta get Brian on the hook by making this a social mode. We
Make
gotta
it more
bring more
social."
online elements
Bro,
to get
and you
Brian
bring,
to
bro,
spend
you
the
bring more,
money."
bro. You bring more online to this, bro. You probably gonna get me, bro. I love playing online. You
No,
probably
Yo,
See,
gonna
my
get
thing
me.
is this.
if 2K's watching this, man, they're gonna be
They're gonna be like,
that's slow-
we gotta add
that's-
more
that's
social.
slow chemical when it comes out. The next video that you see drop from Kenny Bomb is cancel Christmas on TikTok.
My thing is, I don't mind spending
$500.
money. I don't mind spending money on skins and stuff. Like, bring up Mortal Kombat again because that's the most recent game that I was purchasing skins for. Like, they were $10 at first. Community pushed back.
Exactly.
They dropped them down to $5. And you know what? If it's $5 or $10 for these new attires or whatever when they come out, I'll buy it. Like, no problem. I'll put it on the video. Like, everybody, we should all buy this. But $100 for a
But
skin.
Kenny, is it
My-
in Mortal Kombat? Is it $10 for like one skin or like a pack or what is it?
One skin is $5. They dropped it down. $5 for a brand new skin. Make the character look completely different. And just like
I'm cool with that.
I'm
Yeah,
cool with that too.
let's
Yeah.
go.
But
I'm
the
gonna
thing
get on
is-
every video making it rain.
The thing is, bro, that eliminates the potential for what MyFaction can make. Because at the end of the day,
I think
MyFaction
yeah,
is,
no, for sure.
they'll make more money
they'll
though.
never do it, bro. They'll
They'll
never
make-
do it.
No,
I
they-
don't think so,
They'll
Lex.
make more money.
They
I don't
make more
think
money
so.
from blind boxes for sure.
Lex,
loot
I
boxes, they
don't
make
think
more
they'll
money
make
from
more
that.
money, bro.
Loot
Because
boxes?
I
you
think
got
more
one
people would
person-
buy the skin, but I don't think it would add up to what they get.
It wouldn't add
Yeah.
up, bro,
Yeah.
because you got one person
Because it's
solely
guaranteed.
by
Because
themselves.
it's guaranteed. Yeah.
But
Well,
you
maybe
got
they
one
should
person
just put it
solely by
outside, like,
themselves
here, you
spending
can buy it out here.
$200-$300. You
So-
got one person doing that.
Yeah, you're right.
What if
So
they
my-
put... Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Lex. You go.
No, I was just gonna say, what if they put it like what Kenny just said? They'll put it, there's a tab in the extra section that says store. What if there's a store to use stuff outside of MyFaction and they'll keep MyFaction its own portal? What if
Yeah.
the $5 you spend means you could use it in exhibition,
Yeah.
universe, like that?
Because they wouldn't make
The,
money.
the thing is that would eliminate it, bro, because
Yeah.
somebody like me that likes Persona
True.
cards, I ain't never touching MyFaction.
True.
Never,
Okay.
never
You're
again,
right,
bro.
you're
I
right.
would be out of my faction in a heartbeat. Dude.
You're right, you're right.
I think,
Yeah.
bro, the Persona cards thing, it was definitely an amazing idea by them. It was. And putting them in a menu, giving me, you know what I'm saying, this whole fixation that now I need it because now it's blank in my menu and I hate seeing it. That was a great thing by them too because they're a business, bro. They know what they're doing. It's a psychological
Yeah.
game. So I think, bro, at the end of the day, bro, when I say, hey, what happened to WWE 2K25? What went wrong? It ain't about the gameplay. It ain't about the substance. Obviously, the gameplay, we can use so many different mechanical changes, but it's not like the gameplay is, oh my God, end all be all. I can't play this. The gameplay to me is the most solid, consistent gameplay in a long time.
But it
so
could be
when
better.
I say what
Put that out
happened,
there.
it's not
be
Could
about.
always be better. Yes.
We need
Yeah,
those
it could
decks.
always be better. It could always
Don't
be
say
better.
it's
But
the
what I'm
best
saying
thing,
is,
man,
like,
because then I ain't getting shit
Weapon
next year. You know what I'm
mechanics.
no,
saying?
but nah, Jesse, you know what I mean, though, bro. Like, it's not. I ain't talking about just like the gameplay. Like the gameplay, that's not what.
No,
I,
yeah,
what-
its
what went
core,
wrong
it's
here.
at its core
the
is still
substance
solid.
that went wrong.
Yeah,
Exactly, it's the substance, bro. The island feeling like that way. Has anybody in here past the first week played my GM mode online?
I haven't even clicked on it.
I want.
I'm gonna be honest, man. When we were at Creator Fest and he said, "Yeah, you can't play the matches," I said,
I
"I
killed
can't
it.
play
Bro, I'm
my
cool on
GM.
this, bro.
I can't
I
play
said,
my
I'm cool on
GM,
this,
dude.
bro.
I'm
Because,
good."
bro,
You know what? I
again,
love that what Matt's saying. I wish we could get stuff from my faction outside of my faction because that would make me want to play. Have one set of currency in the
Yeah.
game and let me earn that everywhere.
Okay,
before playing
so-
GM mode, just
Like you can in NBA.
Yeah, so you know who? So yes,
Yeah.
NBA does this, bro. And NBA also has a level system called Level 40, where you grind up 40
the
levels,
battle
and
pass.
no matter what you playing, whether it's my career or you playing my team, you're still grinding for the same objective. So guess what? People from my career, once they done grinding that level 40 and they see they got one of the best cards available in the game, they're gonna go straight to my team and see what that card look like. It's
Nah,
just
but
certain
he's
things
right.
that they got to do, and they got to use it to cross over because, bro, they copy enough concepts from the NBA 2K side.
Yeah.
Copy the good stuff too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
That
You
would
know,
make me play universe
this-
mode if I could earn like stuff to unlock in my faction in there. I think that
Yes, bro. That would make me want to play my faction after because I'm gonna be like, oh snap, I could do this actually enjoying something that I like. Because before, level 40 was sort of like the biggest example is like live events, just kind of redoing something over and over again. And Lex, you remember this because in 2K21 they implemented level 40, and it was like, oh, grind these challenges, and then they'll stop you from grinding the challenges.
I didn't like that.
And then you had to wait till they drop more. If they did it where you still having fun with the entirety of the game, like how it is now, and no matter what you're doing, it still counts, I feel the game would be looked at so different. Even the MyFaction mode would be looked at so much different.
You know,
go ahead, Gary.
That system that Matt's talking about is actually already in the game. They only use it twice. So if you complete the tutorial, you get a MyFaction pack. And if you complete my GM with a certain GM, you get a manager pack in MyFaction as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like exactly. It's not like they can't do it.
Yeah.
So,
so they did. Yeah.
I think
technically
and
showcase.
Man, they
put showcase as well. Yeah.
And showcase
they put that reward.
Wait, MyRise didn't MyRise give you a persona card? They gave you DDP or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they gave you some cards. Yeah, in MyRise too on the live.
They give you some stuff, bro. But keep doing that throughout the year.
Yeah. Play universe and
the live events.
And that's the thing that they do in the NBA side, where they every 40 days you get a new level 40 card, which is okay. The grind starts all over again.
Well,
so
Brian,
that's all I'm asking for: constant updates. Give me a reason to want to play the game past exhibition.
A symbol just said too in there, like a battle pass. You know what I mean? Like everybody does battle passes now, and Skate, the new Skate game that's coming out. They're going to be running off of battle passes as well. So
that game free to play, that shit is gonna be a hot mess. I hope they change it.
Microtransactions up the ass for sure.
Yeah, which is what I wanted to add to what Brian said about the battle pass element from NBA is that the best thing that NBA did for someone like me, I don't like. There's especially most seasons than not, I don't care to spend a dime on it. They allow for you to grind to level 40 for free, and there's different tiers. So if you want to pay for the battle pass, there's an extra tier that gives you extra goodies for like $10, and then there's another one on top of that gives you some skips and other features.
Some skips, some 10 level skips,
and that one goes for 20. So there's free, $10, and 20. It's not like a battle pass that you traditionally think of, where it's like Call of Duty is like either you pay for the full battle pass or you don't have it at all. You actually get the 40 with a free base version of it. So I think if they add something similar for
Call of Duty actually gives you a free battle pass too.
Well, they give you some, but they don't give you everything.
2K gives you basically they give you a free battle pass, NBA 2K, where you don't gotta pay for nothing, but you're not gonna get any of the extra goodies. Just like Fortnite, bro. Fortnite gives you a free pass that you can grind for and get the rewards. But if you pay an extra $10, you get some extra stuff on there. And it costs $80 to max out the level 40, which I necessarily don't think is bad. If you're somebody that doesn't have the time and you can grind here and there and then also pay for half at the same time, I think that's also like a great way to do things.
I don't think
it's
bad if you're somebody who don't have the time. Back in the day, we had cheat codes. Okay. You press up, down, left, right.
But again,
yes,
now you gotta pay him $80.
We're not gonna do this, bro, because on the podcast we used to talk about this, where Kenny would compare everything to the Attitude Era, bro. Unfortunately, times have changed, bro. Times have changed.
Come on, man. The Attitude Era didn't have locker codes. Come on.
Right, for sure. I'll tell you,
Kenny always talking about some Stone Cold, bro.
We don't got no locker codes either nowadays.
We haven't got a locker code in a long time.
No, we haven't gotten a locker code. I feel like I get all my locker codes from the timeline because somebody's always leaking something, bro.
You're right. I just
Shout
feel
out
like
to Witty.
I feel like 2K25 essentially went wrong before we even got the game in our hand, with all the microtransaction, the lack of social events with the multiplayer, which I know a lot of people are going to fry me for that, because there's a lot of people that actually hit me up saying, hey, I don't even play this for the multiplayer. I don't play online. I play offline only. But, I think that it goes hand in hand, because if the online is good, is because the offline is thriving with certain elements that you can take online, and vice versa. So I just feel like when you look at the island and the way that ended up being what it was versus what we thought it could have been, and then you look at MyFaction, the lack of depth and updates and things that I feel that it really needs. Like, I would be one person that I say this all the time. I would play the live events religiously, guys, if the requirements weren't, oh yeah, you got to get someone from this pack in order to play this version of this particular event. They've done some free ones, but we know that there's been a lot of good ones that you've needed to spend money on, or a lot of my faction points to grind to get those opportunities just to play the live event. So I think that it's just the VC cash grab mentality they need to tone it down. It's going to be there regardless, because like you guys mentioned, times have changed.
$150 packs over there.
Yeah, times have changed, and I'm not gonna watch anyone's pocket, man. I'm not gonna be that guy. Exactly, it's your money. You work hard for it. That's how you decompress. It's better than most vices that people have. So I don't even want to bother. I don't want
to be at the casino, dog.
Exactly, and that could be even worse. That could be even more toxic. So I don't even want to go down that road.
Ryan was at the casino in Philly, just to let you know.
You might as well be at the casino with MyFaction.
At WrestleMania.
I was at live.
I just tone down that predator, man. That predator mentality. Like, where is like the there's a lot of kids that play this.
That's the bad thing about it.
Like, come on, man.
There's a lot of kids that play this, bro.
Come on,
a lot of kids that's asking their mama and they pops.
Exactly. Come on, it's ridiculous.
I buy a lot of Roblox. So I feel sorry for the WWE.
Exactly. Come on, Kenny. Exactly. So you know that there's that there's WWE kids out there that are going to be doing the same thing, and that to me is like that kills the game for I feel the community
again though, Lex, to what you said, the predatory stuff is bad, but it ain't as bad as other games.
That is true. But
it's still bad. It's still bad.
What y'all talking about in this chat?
But that's like comparing. Like,
I'm 35, bro.
Kenny is 39, by the way, everybody.
Kenny is
bro.
Sometimes I come in and Kenny got a whole white beard, bro. He goes.
You don't want to, bro.
No, I do got some grays. I keep it blacked out, but I'm not 39 or 40 though. I'm lying.
All right, hold on, because I don't know if you're gonna end it yet, but I did want to ask Nathan, because he's my faction special. Exactly, Nathan. In your whole heart, and just your dedication and the time you've put into my faction, forget about any of the stuff we've been saying. What is it to you that they can add in 26, 27 or what have you that would make my faction instantly much better? Forget about the community. I'm talking to Nathan here. I don't want you to tell me what would be good for the community. What would be good for Nathan? Because you love this mode. So what makes this mode even better next year?
Yo, I'm not 40K, Doc. Don't listen to Brian. Talking about black don't black, like I'm really
So for me, and to get my enjoyment, I would like to grind less, right? Like I have to grind to, and like part of it's being a content creator. Like I have to do the pack openings, because I'm based in mode.
Yeah.
I'd like to grind less. I would like to, like I talked about it earlier, we've talked about it throughout the thing. Give me a battle pass that I can invest $10 into by week, like once a month.
Okay.
That will give me everything. And I think you have more people potentially buying into that than you have people buying VC.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. So you feel like just more rewards within a battle pass system can instantly make my faction a better experience for you?
I think so, yeah. Like you keep events going, you have more events, you tie events into this. I think it's about the battle pass plus pushing more content.
Okay.
And more matches.
All right.
I think they kind of leave you at a point, bro, where it's like, you don't want to grind this? Go ahead and spend this little bit of money. Like Jesse, they get Jesse, bro. They know Jesse worked 90 hours.
I ain't got time for that, man.
So they're like, you know what? Jesse ain't got time for that, bro. Slide that 300, my boy.
Jesse got a good job. Here. You want this Alexa
Give me a set of like, here are these events. Grind these to get your points. Just like doing a taunt in every match, rolling out the ring 50 times, do 2 finishers. Like, it's just too much. I'm not having fun.
Hey, man, I think overall we're on the road to success here. I don't think they're completely off the wrong way. I think the patches just need to get better every year, in my opinion. They do great patches with a lot of content updates, but bro, I always feel like they got that one patch that breaks something just in the craziest manner, every year. Like, and again, bro, and it sucks because that's usually the patch that everybody remembers. Nobody remembers when they added the Cody Rhodes entrance. Nobody remembers when they add the Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan entrance. Right. Nobody ever remembers the good stuff because that one bad patch that they had
killed it.
That completely overshadowed everything good that they did in terms of patches. Like a lot of people, I don't see a lot of people say it, bro. Universe mode. This is the most attention universe mode has ever gotten after the game came out. Universe mode got rivalry cutscenes for championship matches. They got so much new stuff and nobody talks about it. All everybody talks about is how the game is broken and how it has been broken because of certain patches and certain things. So I do think that's an unfair shake to them. But obviously, you got to give them crap when they mess up. But again, all I'm saying is, bro, it sucks because they've done so much good this year, and that one bad patch overshadowed a lot of the good things that they did post launch.
I wish the patches would stop destroying the AI as well, man. Day one
Agreed.
AI.
Oh, AI was good. Yeah, it was
fire.
Good.
So much fun, dude.
I want to say, I do want to say something that's a little controversial. I think another thing that has killed this series far too long, and you guys might hate me for this because I know a lot of people only play this game for this, but the community creations and the creations as a whole, they haven't even really been updating it like that. Like, I'm a big arena creator. They haven't really touched that shit. And I just feel like they're just barely adding stuff to it, and they're still writing the same. You know, they're writing. That's not going anywhere. I know.
No. That's not controversial at all. That's a fact.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I think it also benefits them to update it less, like from a business standpoint with the MyFaction and everything. Just my 2 cents.
I don't know, man, because
keep your business mind off of this topic right now, Brian.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just saying, bro.
Listen,
bro.
Community creations I feel like it's so crippling to this game that if you remove, like, let's say just for our little conversation bubble here, if they were to take out the community creation element, like all these crashes, all these patches, and all these things, we wouldn't even be discussing it. But we wouldn't have the, awesome add-ons that we're able to add, like AEW, TNA, New Japan, all these superstars from the past and present. So I get that they will never, ever, ever get rid of it. And it is the best creation suite in many, many games. Out of many games, I'm sorry. But I'm just saying that is what's crippling them at its core. I don't know what the hell's going on with the coding or whatever.
They could never take
I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of that problem in 3 years, bro. I'm going to be honest.
I don't think they are. I don't think that problem's going anywhere.
I wouldn't be surprised if community creations is gone in 3-4 years, bro. And it's a decision not made by VC, but from the actual top. I'm just saying.
I don't think it's ever going anywhere. In fact, I don't
think they can do.
I think they're going to have something. I think it's going to get to the point where they're using AI for it. Like you can just type in, "Hey, make this person," and I think that's
damn. That'll be Kenny. That'll be crazy if they do.
AI is crazy, man. I think they can do
the reason why I say that. Just imagine the amount of people that are not touching MyFaction because they have community creations. Like, don't you feel that might be enough of an incentive for them to mess with that at one point? You don't think
so? Send
your hate mail to JustBryan.
Wrestling games. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just.
But remember,
it's an interesting conversation.
Kenny, though, I'm not talking about taking out the creation suite for you to create. I'm talking about the stuff
from other people.
The stuff within community creation is what's plaguing the game because a lot of people do tons and tons of the images or even the mods that we've been talking a lot about. Those things really, really crack the game, and I think that they need to figure it out because we're going to keep having these updates and these years are going to keep passing us by and we're going to keep crying about the same shit.
Go back to formulas. We'll have to go to game FAQs to find the.
I'll tell you
what. Formulas, bro.
If they did,
I used to go back to YouTube. Jeff Hardy.
If they did decide to ever get rid of community creations, that would be the death of the series.
It would. No, they would turn. That's
not
like
a whole community.
That's slapping the whole community.
I really don't think they're going to get rid of the whole thing.
Yeah.
No,
but I think they need to fix something.
Limit it.
Yeah, I don't know about limiting it, but just whatever is going on under the hood that we don't know about. That's what's hurting. Because you're saying when did it die? It was
bro. I'll tell you what's going on under the hood. The game is built on a bad foundation that they don't know how to work out yet.
How many more years are we going to hear this?
I'm just saying, man.
They inherited this code from Ukes and they still haven't learned Japanese, so they just can't figure it out.
It would take about 3 to 4 years to build it from scratch, right? or y'all think it's longer these days?
No, it's about.
Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
about
I
4
thought that's what they was doing from 20 to 20.
That's what I thought too.
No.
That's what I thought too. But then I'm playing the game and I'm like, wait, there's a lot of the old shit here too. I'm seeing a lot of similar stuff.
Don't get me wrong though, the graphics were generational, but yeah,
I don't.
bro.
You know what? That's
guys,
another
guys,
thing.
hold
I
on.
will say. I
Nobody's
think it's
asking
time
for
to change
that.
the look.
When
I
did
think
I
it's
say
time to
to
change
ask
it
them
to
to
like a more
delete
realistic
community
look.
creation?
Nobody's asking for them to delete it. This is just
When
a
did-
conversation we're having as creators from just even just a business standpoint, bro. It's a scary thing to think about. I don't want it gone.
I don't
And I'm
want it
sure
gone
other
either.
creators
When
don't
did,
either.
when did I
Not going
utter those
anywhere.
words?
You know,
didn't
to
say
go
that.
back to Lex's point, the only thing they added to creating arena, because I love creating arena as well. It's probably my favorite creation aspect of the game.
Me too.
And the only thing they added this year was the new smaller, the Raw and SmackDown stays that they use weekly. But even when adding that, you can't even put the lighting structures on the side in the right place because it refuses to let you put them there.
Yes.
And it's like, it's those little things of like, okay, you've given me the new PLE stage, but like, why can't I and you can't even do LED barricades, and they've been using that shit for like 2 years now. So I don't get it.
I want to ask you, Gary. Hold on, I'm sorry, Kenny, real quick.
No, go ahead.
Do you have? Are you a fan of MLB or have you played MLB the show?
Afraid not.
Okay,
No.
Well,
That's what we don't.
look. No, I know.
like
But
wrestling.
there's a point.
Especially
there's a
my
point
boy
here.
over there. My boy not from
Oh,
the US, bro.
we
He ain't
like
touching that
wrestling, but half of
baseball
this has been
Oh,
about
okay.
basketball.
Well, yeah,
But these guys.
that's Brian though. That's Brian. That's Brian. He's just dragging me into that conversation now. But
About to
in
hop
MLB,
on NBA right after this podcast.
in that baseball,
I'd be
game,
afraid if I
there's-
said I already had it on. Go ahead,
in
Lex.
that-
Sorry.
no, it's all good. In that baseball game, there's a create a stadium mode that they've had in previous years that they allow you to change even the bleachers, bro. Like the
That's
stadium
crazy.
structure, the field, the grass, the colors, the design, everything, even in the parking lot. Like I've had hours of fun in a baseball game, in a sports game, just creating a stadium. And I'm like, if this was in a wrestling game, can you imagine the crazy setting that is something that I would love to
That'd
see
be rad.
one day.
Yeah, that would be
I would
absolutely
love-
cool.
I would love to see that one day.
So y'all don't
Kenny,
think
what
it's
were you
time
gonna
for a
say?
Step up with the graphics.
Yeah,
Like,
you
from
said a
what?
step up.
14 to 15.
What?
The
Bro,
game looked like this
tripping.
was like 22, right?
The game can't. I mean, bro, I
It
don't
does.
know how
This
better.
game
I don't
is
know
the
how much
best
better the game can
aesthetics
look.
that I've ever seen. Yeah.
Lighting
Bro,
and
I'm
some
not gonna lie.
lighting and some
else-
detail.
Something else that doesn't get talked about as much in this game, the presentation. Like I know that we talk about gameplay improvements and all that stuff, but the presentation this year, the best presentation, like
It is.
I
just
agree.
upscale
No, I
in a
absolutely
really
agree.
long time.
It
The
is.
third-person
It is.
camera was great. The entrance camera being it, like I don't
Love
ever
it.
get tired
Love
of
it.
entrances when
Well,
I'm
love
playing
it.
because I get to
See,
spin them.
I don't like the third person camera. I tried it because the Hell in the Cell matches are terrible. Like the camera on the ramp angle view.
Why
Like
don't
you
you
can't
like
even
third
see anything in the
person?
ring. It's just all red. So I tried the third person. I'm like, bro,
I agree
what
with
is
that,
going
yeah.
on here?
Why don't you
Do you
like
know-
the
do
third
you-
person?
Do you know what though? Chamber matches are amazing with that camera because it totally
It
puts the
is.
camera in the chamber, whereas like Hell in a Cell, it's just completely in the way.
Maybe I need to
It
try
is.
it
Extreme
some more,
Rules
'cause I tried
matches
it
are
and I'm
re-
just like, bro, what is going on here?
I'd like.
Extreme matches
I
are
don't
personally
great
even
in
like
spots.
worry about it.
I would personally like to see something changed with. I seen this comment too, like the commentary and crowd. AEW
Yes,
Fight Forever
I
did
agree.
that crowd noise.
Yes,
perfect.
AEW. Yes, they did.
Perfect.
They did. I agree. The crowd in
I
AEW
do-
I
Fight
do
Forever was
agree.
good. Yeah.
I do agree with
As
the
far as the
crowd. That's
commentary-
something that I want them to work
I
on.
don't even
with
remember the
pops.
crowd in AEW Fight Forever, so I can't say.
They
was
got
a
all the
live-
chants.
it was
There's
live
about 3
volume.
rows of them. So
Yeah.
So they were recording the crowd noise with multiple
Oh yeah,
dynamite.
yeah, I did hear. I remember that.
Yeah, so I was at one of the dynamites that they actually recorded the sound for it, and it was pretty cool, man. And Conrad from Everything Pro Wrestling was also there for a different record session. But either way, the presentation when it comes to the aesthetics of 2K25, I don't know who follows me in here on Twitter, but I just posted the entrance for Edge from Here Comes the Pain. If you look back at like how the graphics used to
I saw
be
that. Yeah.
from back in the day to where we are now, it's
No, yeah.
pretty remarkable.
I'm
Can't
not
even
saying the
compare, bro.
graphics are not
it's
good.
night and day.
I'm a graphics whore. Don't get me wrong.
So,
but
Yeah,
so
me
what do
too.
you want to see,
other
Kenny?
games, this could look so much better if they went with like more of a realistic look. I play on the
I agree.
OLED TV, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but it looks cartoony. And if you look at like the UFC games, how it has that more realistic look, I think
Yeah.
it could kind of breathe new life.
You want me
into
to tell you what it is?
UFC games are trash.
Nah,
There's
hold on.
always room for
They
improvement.
are.
with this
I'm
game.
gonna tell you what it
They
is, though.
trash.
You want me to tell you what it is?
It's
Yeah.
100% based on the lighting, the reflection, and those little details. Like those little nuances make the UFC game. Like when they're coming out, the way that the crowd gets dimmed and they focus on the fighters, and you got the stadium and the lighting. It looks like you're watching it on TV.
Hey,
Yeah, you can
dog.
see like the
And then
veins
the bell
popping out of their
rings.
bodies. They look
Yes.
like real people.
Hold on. 2K15 had some of the best lighting like in a game, in my opinion, bro.
Which one?
Those
2K what?
screenshots.
Oh,
2K,
2K15.
John Cena
Yes.
you can say whatever you want about the substance. The game sucked. They
No,
had
no. The graphics
they
in that
stripped
game,
everything.
yeah.
But the
Yeah.
It's the only
when
good
I
thing.
saw John Cena and Randy Orton before the game dropped, bro. As a kid,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
I was like, dog, ain't no way they look like this, bro. Goldust look crazy in that game, bro. They
Nah,
killed it.
yeah,
They killed
yeah.
it.
I
get
remember seeing
excited,
the
bro.
trailer
The
for
little
that, and I was
kid
like,
is
"What?"
hype.
I know y'all remember this.
Yes, bro. That
Yeah,
screenshot
man.
right there, bro.
That's fire.
When I saw it, I was like,
Iconic.
ooh.
Yeah. I was like, yo, these wrestling games are changing forever. And then we got
And then the bell rang.
Then we just got exhibition and exhibition. I don't even think we got created arena that year or created. I think we
It
got
was
created
bare.
superstar with
Yeah,
like
it's very
still
a
bare.
couple
good.
pieces, couple
Actually
pieces.
still looks good to
You
this
couldn't
day.
you couldn't even make a diva at the time. You could only make a male superstar.
That is,
really.
bro. That is insane, bro.
Yeah, I know.
That is insane. But guys, I've realized I've taken enough of your time here today. So I appreciate you guys for stopping through, accepting my invite. Now when we first gave you guys, let you guys say where to find you at, we said that at the beginning when there was about like 30, 40 people. We got a lot more people in here now. Please let them know where to find you. Let's go on ahead and start with you, Nathan. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, check me out at MyFaction Reaction on YouTube. If you like MyFaction, this is the channel for you. If you don't, probably not. But come check me out. We're small and growing, and
Whether you like
it's
my
growing
faction or
very
not,
quickly.
come on, man, you gotta tell the people.
Very, very quickly.
Whether you like my faction or not, make sure y'all go check out Nathan's content.
Nathan's gonna make you love
covering
my
some new
faction.
stuff there as well.
That's
I
a
really
fact.
love
Yeah,
what,
it's
he-
good.
what he's doing over there.
I appreciate
Killing
that. Thank
it.
you.
How many months are you in, Nathan?
4 months, 4 or 5 months.
4
something like
months, and
that.
he's already got 1,000 subscribers already on the panel. Big shouts out to Nathan doing big things over there. Make sure y'all check him
That's a
out.
fact, Nathan. That's a fact. Gary, let them know where to find you at, sir.
So if you YouTube Virtual Pro Wrestling and avoid all the N64 games, you'll get to me. And I play a lot of older wrestling games, but also covering 2K25 as well. So you can find me on social medias at VPW Games.
Let's
Nice
get
to meet
it.
you,
Lex,
Nathan.
go on ahead. Tell
Enjoyed
them where to
having you on
find you
here as
at.
well.
No holds Lex. That's it.
LWF, baby. Y'all make sure
Oh.
to go join that online league.
Oh,
If y'all
yeah,
want
yeah.
the best competition in
Brian, we gotta
WWE
go get those tag
2K25,
belts.
he got it. What?
Yo,
We gotta go
yeah.
get those tag belts.
Man, you
Like,
guys,
bro,
you
hold
guys
on.
should
You got the
join.
tag belts over there, Lex? There's tag belts on your
We
thing?
got tag belts. We just haven't had enough people in the tag division. Believe it or not, that's
Yo,
the
Kenny,
only
if
reason.
you down, I'm down.
Let's go get that crown, baby.
Guys, I'm
Let's
telling
get
you,
it.
man. I would love for all you guys to join in, man. But Jesse's been ducking and dodging. I don't got time. I'm like, man, you could wrestle at least once a year. I don't need. You could be like The Rock. All right, show up
No,
once
I
a year.
come
You're on
around, I
Xbox
come
though,
around.
aren't you?
I'm
I
on
come
both.
around, bro.
I'm everywhere.
Oh no, he do run 2 leagues on both consoles.
Okay.
I come around usually first season. I play about 3-4 matches. I win
he
most
out.
of them, and then I bounce.
He win most of them. He out.
Yeah.
But I'll drop the link in case anyone wants to follow the LWF
For sure, yes,
channel, though.
please drop the link, Lex. Make
That's
sure
a
they go show you
different
some
channel.
love, bro.
Yeah, thank you,
And
man. I appreciate
Jesse,
it.
man, for sure, Jesse, let them know where to find you. I'm sure they already know, my boy. But go on ahead, man. Plug your shit.
Everywhere at the pro wrestling shoot, man. You want to hear me
get it.
wilding out about 2K, then X is probably where you want to find me. the
Crashing out on
most.
X sometimes, just randomly.
Yeah. James,
All right,
James
Kenny,
also
man.
runs our X program, so he's constantly deleting
Yeah,
my
y'all
tweets.
killing it over there with the engagement and all that stuff, bro. Y'all killing it over there for sure.
James is
Kenny.
killing it. I'm losing us
Y'all can
followers.
find me at Kiss the Ring. Because me and Brian about to bring it back, baby. Nah, get
Oh,
it
yeah.
off me, man. I don't got the ring on. Get it off
Oh,
me.
where's the ring at? You can't kiss your finger and not have the ring. Come on.
I
now.
gotta bring it. Oh, Brian, you pulling out the ring? Oh, you got Big Kobe over there.
He threw it in the
I
trash.
genuinely
He's looking
don't
through the
know.
trash can. He's looking through the trash
I
can.
genuinely don't know where that ring is at, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Mine
But we
over
gonna
there
find it.
somewhere. Oh, there you look at it right there in the box.
All right, there
He
it
must
is. There
have
it
mean,
is.
he must have traded it for some VC.
Yeah, right. They open up
Yo,
some facts.
where's my brother, Mr. Ball Stink?
Oh, Mr. Ball Stink back.
Nah, man. But it was a pleasure having you guys on the pod. For the super chats, if we ain't get to everybody, bro, at the end of the day, bro, 6
It was a
creators
lot.
on one panel, it's
was a
tough to get through because we're getting everybody's thoughts. Everybody's so opinionated. This is what we cover, whether it's part-time, whether it's full-time, whatever you do. This is something that we love to talk about. So it's hard to get everybody in here. But again, I'm gonna try to do these a couple more. Hopefully we can get on somebody else's channel. Lex, Jesse, he's always doing a podcast.
Man,
Kenny, my
I've
boy,
been dying to get y'all on my shit, but it's like
But
I
you
don't
don't
know.
invite nobody.
I don't
You
know.
don't
This
invite
guy's always
nobody,
on
bro.
Madden and NBA, and he's the one that has all the contacts with you guys. So I'm like, come on, Brian.
Oh, brother, bro, you got
We
everybody's
literally
Twitter,
follow
bro.
each other
Stop
on
it.
X. What are you
No,
talking
he
about?
talking, yo, he
Nah,
just
Jesse, you've
talking.
been
He's
dodging my
talking.
LWF offer, man. I'm
I
done.
have gotten
I'm
zero DMs from you.
I'm pulling the contract. All right, I'm done.
Oh, so everybody's gotten an invite from Lex but me? All right, I understand.
Why? Did you not hear what
Noted.
Jesse just said? I told you to join, Kenny. Come on now.
Yeah, I came in your chat and you was like, yeah, come on. I'm like, nah, bro, you never sent me an invite.
I never sent you an invite.
Nah,
Bro,
Never
this
got
guy,
an LWF invite.
Wow, this really went off the rails.
Me and Kenny will pull up the bad
We
boys.
coming
They
to get
coming
those
through,
tag
man.
team champions.
As a matter of fact, Lex, only way we wrestling, bro, is if you give us the
What, tag
championship
title?
match. I need the championship match.
all
my
right,
boy.
now put your money where your mouth is. We'll do it.
All right, bro.
We'll do it
We'll
live.
be there. Whenever
We'll do it
Tuesday
live.
night,
Lex,
LWF
I'll
sharp,
tag
no
with
matter.
you against Brian and
We might get whooped.
Creative
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not
shit.
really good at
showdown.
kicking out. I'm not that
you
good
ain't,
at
you ain't
kicking
never
out.
seen me play,
Creative.
boy.
No,
Let's
bro,
go.
you
Oh,
can't run from the
okay.
smoke.
We'll be tag champs then. Let's go.
We're gonna do
Nah,
it in
you
the
can't.
casket match.
All right, my boy. You know what, Lex? You know
What's
what, Lex?
up?
Set it up. Set it up, Lex.
Hey,
Base camp and
Brian,
everything. Set it up for
Brian,
your league.
Set it up.
Main
Brian.
event. 2v2 extreme
Brian
rules.
is hype.
Anywhere. Come
Ooh,
on,
all right,
man.
Brian.
Set it
get
up.
it.
Popping it. We gonna get y'all. Yeah.
Let's
We
do it,
popping
man.
it, my boy.
Let's
I'm
do it,
coming out to
Brian.
that 50 Cent Tyrese Halliburton theme song, dog. Come on.
Many men.
No, you ain't. They locked that.
They like
No,
that.
in all seriousness, thank you for having me, Brian. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
sure,
joining
man.
all you
I'm
guys.
glad
You
you
guys
guys
are all
came
cool,
through.
man. You guys are all cool. I love doing this with you guys. I appreciate it.
I've been irrelevant this summer, so I appreciate you guys coming through.
Nah,
and
man, you
taking
never
the
reach
invite.
Come on, man.
But I appreciate you guys for everybody watching in here, all 125 of you. Make sure to hit that like button, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all supporting the content, coming through and not forgetting about
And
me.
don't forget to
We gonna
kiss
catch
that
y'all?
ring.
Okay, Kenny, take us out, my boy.
I ain't gonna do it.
Take
I
us
ain't gonna
out.
do
Take
it,
us out.
so.
Take us out, my dog. Come on, take us out, my dog.
Hey, we want to thank everybody for watching this stream. You know, anytime y'all tune in, it's always a good time. We got the boy Lex in the building. We got the boy Just Brian in the building. We got Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot. We got Gary, and we got Nathan from MyFaction Reaction. But before y'all get out of here, we want to make sure everything is good. So what I need y'all to do is lift up one finger and drop a like on this video, because right now, if I'm looking at it on my end, it's only showing 108. It may be a little bit more than that, but right now it's showing 108. So I need y'all to drop a like on this video. But before you get out of here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. And then what I need you to do is grip that thing. Don't let it go. Make sure you hold on to it. All right? Don't break it now. Don't break it. Because if you grip it too tight, you're going to break it. And then after you've done gripped it long enough, you're going to pull your hand back and kiss the ring.
This just got deep.